All right. Then you're being recorded.
Oh my god.
Alrighty, so, last time on our game, normally this is the point where I would say, who remembers what happened last time? But since it was 49 days ago,
That long?
it was
Been a while.
49 days, that's what the chat says.
Oh yeah.
Because it's been so long, I will go ahead and give us a full overview recap. Our investigators, all separately had their interactions with the agency, and give me a second. Sorry, my boyfriend is screaming in the other room. Our investigators all separately had their interactions with the agency, and were all given a common mission. In being, let's take a look at the main map here. The murder and ritual sacrifice of a fellow agent who had been staying in a place called Brightwood, the Brightwood National Park in Ontario, Canada, where Agent Martinez had been stationed at a place called Bullock's Rest. On the opposite side of a large lake, Eels Lake. We were called to the location because of the murder of one Agent Martinez, a man of Mexican American descent, who was stationed in the area to overlook a supposed folklore tale that was believed to be an anomaly. These things known as the Brightwood Shadows, a sort of shadowy figures that roam among the woods. We haven't necessarily figured out the reason why or done any real looking into the folklore behind this, but
We survived.
we did manage
We
to
did.
make our way across. So after investigating, I'm getting ahead of myself. We all met at Holly's Diner in the town of Brightwood, where we were given the information that Agent Martinez's sacrificed body was found at Pleasant Park Cabin number 6 at the local Pleasant Park campground, where we traveled to meet up with local sheriff Walter Higgins and his associate, Deputy Suzanne Wallace, who showed us around the Pleasant Park cabins, and informed us that it did, in fact, look like a sacrifice. Upon looking over the body, we found a number of things that were strange and out of place. The body was naked, yet the clothes that were with him and all of his identifying information was left in a pile of clothing next to his body, neatly folded. His heart had been removed from his body, which we later found was padlocked into a storage cooler, which was located in the basement of the murder location. Upon concluding our investigation of the body by how do we say this? Unintentionally inserting the heart back into the body where
That wasn't me.
it beat again in the hands of Dr. Nick Reynolds. We separated the body and the heart by sending the body with Walter Higgins to the local morgue and continuing our investigation by boat to the Bullock's Rest, where Agent Martinez had been staying. We went back to Brightwood to investigate a few things. One, to find out where Agent Martinez's boat was, which we were unable to locate. So you did have to rent a boat from the local marina and take it across the lake. We decided to take the scenic route and go around a few places, just looking for out of the ordinary boats, trying to still track down Agent Martinez's boat while we were on our way. And on our way to the mysterious Bullock's Rest, a sort of definite phenomenon happened. The time seemed to pass faster than was possible. As you had left sometime around 1 in the afternoon on what should have been only an hour and a half or so boat ride to the opposite side of the lake, ended up taking longer than that, 5 times almost, as when we were arriving at Bullock's Rest, the sun had already crested the pine trees and was beginning to sink below the horizon. We made our way back to, getting off of the boat, we made our way to Bullock's Rest, the fated cabin and hunting lodge, which Agent Martinez had been staying in. Here we found a number of strange things. First, we had to turn on the power, locating a strange-looking power bank at the back of the building and turning it on to power the location and its seemingly strange series of lights that could only be controlled 2 at a time. Before we were able to really get any good investigation done on the cabin itself, other than accessing a few small terminals and opening a locked door nearby to recover a backpack which seems to charge your flashlights and a number of strange weaponry that Agent Martinez had been tinkering with here in the Canadian North. We were ambushed by the same shadowy figures that were told in the folk tales earlier. Strange, moving, mystical shadow figures attacked the residents, breaking physical objects and attacking the agents, while simultaneously a series of 3 cult members of the Cult of the Tree that we've been following assailed Agent Martinez's office and recovered a data hard drive, which one of them managed to escape with. It was not all for loss, though, because in the final moments of our previous session, as one man fled into the dark, taking a shot to the back and dropping his walkie-talkie to the dirt, Agent Sharkjaw moves up to pick up the walkie-talkie, and on the other side, a voice, low and rumbly, "Is the mission successful?" "Why, yes," Agent Sharkjaw says. "Report to the mill." Those were the final words from the cult. As our agents, some of them mildly injured, having taken a number of bullet wounds or slashes from the axe of a crazed cult member, maybe regaining their strength here now as the night still unfurls before us. Unknown is if the spirits are done haunting this place for the night, even though the cult has seemingly been defeated for the moment.
Been defeated or got what they needed and ran.
I mean, some of them were killed. They probably don't.
I will bring us back to this moment. The corpse of 2 town members, one of which has been identified as a man who earlier that day could have been seen eating at Holly's Diner, feet from where the agents first met. I will bring it back to our lovely investigators who have just had this moment of break, a small second to catch their breath as the final cult members fall or escape into the woods.
Guys, I'm really stressed.
Yeah. It's so dark.
It is. Oh gosh darn. Wait, is the generator back on?
The generator is still on.
Where is everybody?
I'm in me and Scapel are in the one of the bedrooms.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Classic Scapel. I have no, I can see the map, but it's super dark. I don't know if I have my token as visibility. I can't see anybody. But it also could just be that there's no one else in this room.
Also, I realized that I don't think we have the inventory anymore after the newest update.
You should still be able to access your paper doll.
I'm able to access like the biography in the main page, but
At the top of your
there we go,
sheet,
found it.
there should be a little paper doll symbol.
Found it. Thanks.
No problem. So you are Agent Bellator. You are standing next to other people. You cannot see them.
I don't know if I am. I can't see anybody. Can someone like put their mouse where the character is?
You are standing
Yeah.
directly next to other
Oh,
people.
yeah, I can't see anybody. The other trick of 49 days.
That's
sounds
weird
like
that-
I'm going to ruin everything. Well, not ruin everything, but I'm gonna make it difficult for no reason.
Don't know why the vision got removed on those tokens. That's weird.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm editing the last one here now. All right. Can you all see now?
I can.
No. I gotta be the difficult one.
Yeah, you need to reload.
Okay.
Can Agent Scalpel, can you see?
Yes.
And then Ren, you're good as well.
I still can't see anything. There we go. Thank you. It was
Nice.
a combo of new token and refreshing, I bet.
Is Ren, you're good though? You can see.
Yes, I'm sorry. Is my mic low or?
Yeah, no, it's okay. But yes, we will come back to this moment where you guys have just felled two. You have defeated 4 or 5 of these shadow creatures, and nothing was left as a trace of them. With your flashlights, which recharge with these strange devices on the walls. Yet, 2 of the bodies, as you killed them, do remain.
Oh.
And we remember them from or at least a couple of them from the restaurant.
Yes, one of them was somebody who you recognized as being a man who was at the restaurant earlier. Yes, Holly's Diner.
And I'm pretty sure we checked over the bodies for anything that they had important on them.
There was a Mossberg 500 shotgun on one of them that I know one of you got.
Yeah, I think another one had the MP. Wait, no, I got the MP5 from the store
I
from
have
the
the
armor.
Mossberg. I have the Mossberg.
Nice. Also, wasn't it Bellator that got like the cool zappy gun?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can share the wealth, but that is kind of her thing.
I
But-
think,
Oh, yeah.
and the Charger backpack.
Yes, I don't mind giving any of this to anyone who wants it. I'm not trying to hoard everything here.
Okay, can I take the outfit off of one of these dudes?
You want to take the mask?
Yeah, or like the mask and like if they have any like jewelry that.
Yeah,
would
he's
be,
got
like,
on that symbol, the double triangle that looks a lot like a tree.
Yeah, I'll take that and mask.
Yes, you can grab some paraphernalia relating to the cult of the tree.
We should have
Got
enough
it.
to outfit a few of us, right? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
There are 2 people here.
Okay, we'll take the other one too. Is there
All right.
any shadow activity?
Not in this moment. It seems like things have kind of faded for a second.
We can't let our guard down because we don't even know if we killed them or if we just annoyed them enough they left for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these 2 dudes are dead, but they aren't shadow creatures.
No, they're just assholes.
Yeah.
I guess we should head to the mill.
That might be a good idea.
Do we think it's safe on the water when it's dark? Relatively speaking, I know safety is a
I mean,
bit
as
of
long
a
as you're-
flexible concept right now.
I mean, technically, you're allowed to be on a boat at night as long as you have the right lights and you're going no wake.
Well, they were heading that way, so we should head that way also. So we know what they're
True.
doing.
Yeah, they traveled this on water as well, right? Like, did we hear
You don't
like,
know.
an engine? Did we hear an engine or anything?
Not that you heard of. No, they broke into that back window. Seemingly on foot.
Do you think there's a chance they're on foot or on bicycles in this?
Ding ding. Just the little, you hear like the little
Yeah,
like
do we hear
bicycle
the
bell.
You know for a fact that you can't drive a car here. You would have either had to have come by foot or by boat, or just be staying around here and be able to walk closely.
Okay.
But
Can I? Sorry.
But I assume from where I'm at, this would be the direction they came from because it's a path.
It does seem like that, yeah.
Should we try to follow after them? They could be a mistake. I don't think I have any notes about if it seemed like the shadow people were hassling them, but it seemed like they weren't, right?
Yeah, if I remember right, I don't think they were.
So, going out there.
Why don't you, if
following-
one of you would like to make me some kind of roll to try and understand that, you can.
You know what? Yeah, I'd do that. Would you say that's underneath my?
As a private
yeah.
investigator, I'd say you can probably track footprints, yeah.
Before I do that, actually, can I pick up the cult paraphernalia from this guy?
Sure.
And I'm going to give it to Bellator if they want it.
Sure.
Ooh, while they're doing this, I'm gonna
I didn't make an item for it, so.
I'm gonna go back to the boat and grab.
Don't go by yourself.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna go back to the boat and grab the heart.
Oh yeah, what if it's not even there anymore?
Oh yeah, the heart.
All right. You make your way back down to the boat. And I will say that immediately, as you make your way down to this boat, you don't even have to make any sort of roll. The smell of gasoline is heavy in the air here
Mm-hmm.
around
They
your boat,
cut the lines.
as it seems like somebody may have sabotaged your boat.
Okay. Well, I want to check for the heart and then get off the boat as soon as possible.
The heart is still there.
Ooh,
That
they
seems like
had
a
the
choice.
heart.
That seems like a choice. Sabotage the boat. See the exact vessel that the heart was in that they probably recognized and left it.
But we had it hidden, sort of, in a compartment.
Really?
In a compartment. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the
Can I-
battle wasn't too
You could
long.
make a sort of check to investigate this boat a little further, if you'd like, to see if there were if they went through these compartments and if there's anything else missing.
Hmm.
As you start to dig around, it's clear to you that with this roll that you've just made, it's clear to you that this was left behind. There are other things missing from your boat. The registration is missing. Other things that seem to just sabotage the boat in ways that make it inoperable. But you do, amidst there, actually you find a flare gun.
I'll take the flare gun and I'm gonna leave the heart because if they didn't need it, they would have taken it.
You're going to
Yeah,
leave the heart on the boat?
I think so. If they left it there.
Okay.
Actually, no, no. I'm going to grab it. I'm gonna grab it and the flare gun, and I'm gonna head back.
As long as we have the room for it, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't take it.
Yeah.
Those goddamn bass fishermen, they siphoned our gas.
Can I take a look at the sabotage and see if it's like fixable enough for us to be able to limp back quicker than we would trying to walk?
Yeah, I will say that you can make some sort of check to assess this.
Now, vehicles are one of the things she's good at. Could I potentially have a 2v6
Sure,
or do you want me
yep.
to do one? Okay. A 4?
Okay. Yeah, I will say that you can see that with how they slit this, they definitely intended to cripple your boat. There's no gasoline left in it. It's all spilled out onto the water here.
Are there any fuel? Ain't got no gas in it. Are there any like fuel tanks or like jerry cans around here that we could try to use? If I can patch the hole.
I will say not that you've seen.
Okay.
The generator that you started oddly does not seem to run on gasoline.
Yeah, there. So we can't get back any faster than they can unless
There's a rowboat,
rowboat.
or it seems like you may have to hoof it back.
Well, do we want a rowboat or hoof it?
Or, this is just me giving you another option.
Mhm.
You could call the sheriff.
We don't know if the sheriff's in on it.
True.
Or do something like that, somebody who you know
Yeah.
in the area has a boat that could come and pick you up.
Well,
Hmm.
I feel like that would take a long time, and I don't think we have that time.
Would it be quicker than us walking back, though, is the question. Because that will also take a long fucking time.
Well, it also seems like they're walking back, so maybe unless they parked a boat down the way.
Is it quiet enough that we would probably hear a motor starting? Out here?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Can I take a gander across the lake, part of the lake that I can see?
For
in the
sure.
moonlight?
Yeah.
Why don't you make me a roll?
Okay. Just one.
Or two if you want to risk your sanity. Staring into the darkness.
I'll just. I am pretty stressed right now. I've got 3 out of 6. That's not bad, but I'll do 1d6. Ow. Does anyone else want to do that?
The woods are dark.
Damn, that's. Can't see anything. Nope, that's darkness.
The woods are lovely, dark and deep.
Dark, like my soul.
Okay.
I
So
can't
we have
see shit.
yeah. I feel are we allowed to have someone else try to make that check as well, or is it
Sure,
like one?
go ahead.
Okay, this would be a 1d6. I would think. 5?
Hey. Nice.
Agent Bellator, you accompany Agent Sharkjaw to the side of the lake to look out over, and just as Agent Sharkjaw begins to turn away, defeated, you spot there a light. A single light. The headlights of something, well, it couldn't be a car. Maybe an ATV.
I don't think we have time to wait.
Yeah,
There's
we
a
gotta get
chance.
going.
If we can get that sheriff to help us, then that's the only chance we have. Because it would take us hours to walk back.
It would be it would be morning by the time you got back by foot.
It would be like 12 hours, and that's if the time even passes properly again.
I feel like the rowboat would be equally.
I will say that as you guys have had this conflict and as you guys have been going through this, it does seem as if time is passing. You can check your watches. You all have, wrist watches and stuff, and it does seem like the time is going forward. It doesn't seem like the time ever stopped, necessarily. Merely that it seemed to pass faster than you were anticipating.
The rowboat could be a good idea. Yeah. It would likely still be quicker than an ATV, although we would all be exhausted. But if we took turns.
True.
Can the rowboat fit everyone?
Barely, yeah. You could all 4 of you fit in there, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the only chance we have at this point. Other than Sheriff, who is, for all we know, is working with them. This town, small towns creep me the fuck out.
I mean, yeah, who knew that we were here, or unless the shadow creatures tipped them off, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know how well they communicate with each other, or if they're just kind of like mindlessly on the same side.
True. Well, rowboat or sheriff? I think rowboat may be a good idea.
I'm gonna flip a coin. Odds We take the rowboat. Does anyone have a problem with that?
Tails, yeah. Tails rowboat.
Okay.
Rowboat it is.
Okay. I'll go first because she's kind of the
All right.
stronger one.
You all pile into the rickety rowboat here and begin to make your way across the water. Whoever is paddling first, I would like for you to make me a roll a d6 for me.
Just one?
Unless you want to try and risk your life and limb to paddle faster.
I've got 3 stress.
Can we decrease our stress somehow?
Not that you know of.
Okay. Cough some anxiety pills.
Literally.
Yeah.
Great.
Could we smash some herbs together, maybe?
Alright. Oh,
Pour the herbal remedy on our hands.
I'm only rolling 5s.
Nice.
I rolled a 4
Right, yeah.
earlier.
Agent Bellator, you are able to paddle the boat for quite some time. Though after around 2 hours, an hour and a half or so of you paddling, you're going to want to switch off to someone else.
I can do
Alright.
it.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay.
I kind of make sure the rowing form is good, you know?
How do you lose stress when you use 2d6 again? I forget the mechanic of that.
So if the roll that you made with your dark die is the highest roll, then you gain a point of sanity.
Okay. Got it.
So if you rolled 2d6 and your second one was the highest, you would succeed on the roll, but you would gain a point of sanity.
Okay. I'm just going to do 1 then.
That's not a 1.
Not
All right,
bad.
yeah. I will say that this is a pretty slow process, but you guys are right now. We'll say let's go back to the main map again. Sorry to keep switching everybody around.
I was actually going to ask if we could see it, so.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see.
Did we see which way they were heading?
They seemed to head this way.
Oh, this way?
Oh, they were heading that way. Oh, because I think that might be a shorter route if you look at the road. It's more direct.
Oh, to town?
Yeah. Rather than
Okay.
going, because you can't cross through
Wait,
the
we need to go to
private
the mill.
out of season
Oh, yeah.
ski lodge, so they would have to go that way.
So they're going up here to the paper mill.
Yeah, they're just going. I'm just gonna ping. They're going on this route.
Yeah.
Does
We don't
seem
know if
like
they
they're
have a-
going around the way there. Yeah.
But we don't know if they have a car or not.
We know they have an ATV. Bellator saw headlights.
Okay, so a good option is to pull into someone's house and maybe steal their car.
Could we hardwire a boat?
You
Yeah,
could
could
try.
Oh, that's totally in
as you
Bellator's
guys-
wheelhouse.
Yeah. As you guys are crossing here, I'll say that it has been around 3 hours of you guys paddling.
Can we see? Are there any boats that we could hijack along the way here?
There is actually.
Bellator's just like, yeah, I can hotwire a boat. And Shark Show's just like blushes a little bit. It's like, oh my gosh.
You see a small aluminum boat. It's nothing fancy. Maybe whatever this person uses for fishing.
But it's got a little motor on the back.
It's got a motor.
Is it? You wouldn't. Is it quicker for? No, you know what? The aluminum boat's gonna be faster. So, I mean, I think we could probably just take it. Is it like chained up to the dock, or can we just kind of?
It does not see. It's tied off. It's the middle of the night here, so you would have to do this in stealth.
Okay.
But you can try and make some sort of roll.
So yeah, what we'll do is we'll row up, and I'll get in the boat and sort of shove them out a bit, and then use the oars to get the boat maybe more out of earshot. Before.
So you're just gonna try and tugboat it.
No, I'm gonna have them Well, I guess we could just have everyone jump in. I just was trying to limit how many people have to be stealthy right now.
Hmm.
So maybe like row in, have me get in the boat, shove them back into the water in the other boat, and then sort of offload everybody on the water? Is that a dumb idea?
Like what you're saying is you go onto shore, take the boat, hotwire it while we're still out in the lake a little bit, and then you drive over to us. We hop in this boat, leave the rowboat in the lake, and then just keep
Yeah.
going on aluminum. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. Would I have to hotwire something with an engine like this if it's just a little on the back motor?
No, you wouldn't have to hotwire it. No.
Yeah. So I just
It
gotta
doesn't. It
see
doesn't
over
have a
it,
key.
you know.
You'll just have to be making a roll to see how stealthily you do this.
Is there anyone that's sneakier than me? Like my girl, she's all about like physicality and guns and
I mean, I don't know if
driving.
I may be stealthy because Sharkjaw is a private investigator, so maybe the
Mhm.
privacy part of it.
Is that
I'll say that
reasonable?
you can roll 2d6 on it.
Yeah.
then
Okay.
Have you do it and
I'll-
hand you the oars so that you can row out without starting the motor to tip people off quickly.
Got it. Aye
Yeah.
aye. Roll 2d6.
And you get this a salute as you go.
3.
Hey!
Yeah, I will say that as you kind of as you get over to this, and you begin to go over it, yeah, there's enough gasoline here, so you start to paddle back out to where the rowboat was. I will say that you are able to do this reasonably quietly.
Beep beep, motherfuckers, get in.
Yep.
And then as you are making your way back to where the rowboat is, you can start it again, and it probably won't sound too much like anything more than somebody just passing on a boat.
Okay.
This is just a small
rev-
electric motor, so it doesn't make a lot of noise.
So it's not like, is it one that you have to like rev up like a chainsaw?
No.
Okay. Yeah, then I start up.
I mean, it does make noise. It sounds like a boat motor, but it's not like
Okay.
super loud. It would just, to anybody from where you are, it would sound like just someone passing in the middle of the night, which, for all you know, might be something uncommon for here. But
At least it's not.
yes,
on
you
the
have
docking
you
of,
have
like,
jacked this boat,
Nice.
Sorry.
and
It's for the better good. It's for the greater good.
somebody make me one more check for driving the boat back to the place. So where do you take this stolen boat?
Right up
could
to
take it-
right up to
Right
the port.
here.
where
Right to the
our-
marina?
Or what
No,
about
no,
like the-
here? Yeah.
Yeah, like
This
No,
was where the
our-
marina was.
Yeah,
Our
but
car
we
is-
want to get to the mill, right?
But our car is in the
Oh,
No.
true.
Mm,
the car in the
Yeah,
marina.
we
yeah.
still have our car here.
Maybe we should do it a little bit like if we can get onto the shore here instead of taking it right to the place where there might be lights and people still around. Maybe we should just over here-ish and see if we can be sneaky about it.
Oh yeah.
And then we can just quickly run over to get the car and go.
It's about, we'll say it's about 5 in the morning now, as you guys have spent a couple of hours going over. The sun is beginning to crest back up over the trees, and as you are kind of zipping back in towards the marina, I will tell you that there's not really, you would have to come somewhere like over here. There's no way you're really going to pull your boat right up into town and not have somebody see it.
You know, if we have confidence, if anything, and my private investigating years has taught me, as long as you have confidence, no one pays mind. I
It's
mean,
true,
does
just
there, is there...
gotta be there, right?
Exactly.
Man, I don't want to solve all the puzzles for you guys.
So
I have confidence in us.
So where are you pulling the boat into?
Are we going for where we put the red? Is that like a shore
Okay.
or is it like a rocky?
It's
Hard
pretty
to-
rocky.
Okay.
But
And we just-
also, I was gonna say, but also we have to keep in mind we do not know who is part of this cult. Anyone could be in this cult. They could be awake on their boat and be like, "Hey, those nerds are back."
It's true. I feel
How
like
long-
we should try Try to breach. Sneaky.
How long would it take us to walk from like here to here? You-
Not probably like half an hour. Not super long.
I wonder if that would be smarter.
Yeah, like go here, and then
And avoid the town as much as we can, because everybody is a potential suspect as far as Bellator is concerned.
they are among us.
So that's your plan?
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah.
All right. What do you do with this boat? Do you try and conceal it in any way, or do you just leave it on the shore?
If it's small
Sink
and
it.
aluminum, sink it. We could probably haul it up onto the shore and hide it in a bush, right?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
try.
I love that.
Heave ho!
Here,
I definitely wasn't thinking about taking the axe to it.
Listen, we might need it. It's good to have it in our pocket if we're the only ones that know where it is.
True.
Can I take a moment to sort of look at the town and see if there's any lights that turned on as we arrived or anything that seemed like
Sure.
someone knew that we got here? That
Why
would
not?
just be a 1.
That would
right?
just be a 1 or 2 or 2.
That's a 1. Another 5. Okay.
Nice.
The lights at the marina are on. You can tell that the lights at the marina are always on.
Mhm. Doesn't seem like anything.
There's a light at the Great Bear Lodge is on. And you see that the police station is also open. But other than that, from where you're at, you don't really see a whole lot of other activity going on. It's still very early.
Let's hide this thing.
Yep, let's do it.
All right, make a roll for that.
Does somebody want to help me with it? Would you say, since this is physical, maybe I could get a 2d6?
This is more about concealment.
Oh, that sounds like a private investigator thing then.
Yeah, I mean, can I do a 2d6 with that without risking sanity?
I don't know. I don't think hiding things is in your wheelhouse. I think this is the first time I've said no to a skill-based roll. So
Hi. Could we both roll a d6?
Sure.
And work together.
do it
on
together. Yeah.
You got this. You got
You'll take the higher roll.
Hey, we got
I
a
got a-
4.
Okay.
We got
Yeah.
a 4.
Yeah, you can definitely tell as you kind of flip this boat over and try and, start to conceal it. There's just really not like a ton of foliage around here. You are able to conceal it from the road as if people are walking up to it. Nobody's going to see it from the road where the mill is. But you get the impression that it's going to be really hard to fully cover this shiny metal object. If it caught the sun right, there's nothing to stop somebody who was already in the woods wandering around from coming up on it and realizing, wow, there's a fucking boat hidden here. It's not perfect, but it will do.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it'll do is sometimes good enough. No one is actively looking for it yet. I mean, I imagine the people will, but they're gonna be fucking stuck there like chumps for at least a bit anyway, so. We took their fucking boat, so they'll have to go all the way around.
Yeah, and it's not like it has our name plastered on it, so if like any cult members find it, they're not gonna be like, "Oh, this is suspicious." It's probably just someone, they're probably just thinking it's someone's boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Anything.
So what do you do now?
We're gonna hoof it to the paper mill and stop for a moment before we break out of the tree line to listen for ATVs or anything, or any activity heading down the road.
Sure. So you easily make it to the tree line. Where you can see the road that kind of goes, you can see from here the road where it kind of curves up to the paper mill, and then where it goes back down towards where the police station is. You're only about, say, like 3/4 of a mile or so from from both the town and from the paper mill. If you'd like to, here comes another roll. If you'd like to investigate the area.
Anybody want to do who
Investigate.
hasn't had a chance? Oh,
That's-
investigate. Yeah.
I mean, if someone else wants to do it, that's fine. But
I mean, I think it makes sense. That's kind of your whole thing. I feel like this is a good example of
A
something we would
second
get.
detour, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a physician.
Oh.
Both twos. Ow.
There are you can clearly see that there are this road is trafficked by vehicles. There are deep ruts in the road from what can only be large trucks carrying logs in. And amid them, I will say that they're so run down that you can't tell if an ATV has been through here recently.
Okay.
There's a lot of tracks
There
here,
are, however, a number of trucks parked out front of the paper mill. People there. Some of them, have the, what did I call them? Macallan Logging Company logo on the side of them. Some of them seem to be civilian vehicles. As it does seem at a point in the day where somebody who goes into work at 6 a.m. might be just pulling into work at this time.
Okay, so here's what we do. We take one of them out, steal their uniform.
Huh.
I like that idea too, tactical nuke.
Mhm. Just pull an aliens, nuke the site from orbit. Oops, cultist. Sucks to suck, I guess.
I will say that even as you are sitting here and kind of waiting by the tree line, Agent Sharkjaw, you see a truck coming down from the town that turns in and pulls up into the paper mill.
Ooh,
Okay.
hide behind trees.
Yeah. I get everybody to head back, and I'm like, I mean, we are expecting a reinforcement today, right?
Are you?
I don't know. I just know that's what we had talked about before for having someone join who wasn't able to be here before.
How about you let me worry about that?
Okay. Do we want to sprint across then? Try to get
I
some
guess.
sneaking?
Yeah, wait for the truck to go past and then sneak across.
It'll only get harder the later it gets in the day, so.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. You make your way across the road here when there is a moment and into the trees. The Brightwood paper mill, from what you can see, is a large walled-in courtyard. In the back is situated an older-looking building, one that's made out of cobbled stones. And then in the front, you can see where there are clearly newer buildings having been made that have, antennas on the top of them, equipment for, modern times. And I will say that as you guys approach, you can see that the Brightwood paper mill is definitely starting up the workday. There are people filing in, there are people filing out, probably not filing out, but there are people filing in to work. You see, the loggers of the town, the hardworking blue collar folk, putting on their hard hats, getting ready to start their day.
I still have the walkie-talkie.
There is one entrance to the Brightwood paper mill, and it is blocked by a lowering gate, one of the little just like railroad crossing stopper things.
Are there fences around the facility?
There is fences around the facility. It seems to be about a 7 or 8 foot tall concrete wall with barbed wire at the top of it.
This seems like a lot of security for a paper mill out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Yeah.
There is a security booth at the front also.
Do I see any of the cars, the trucks that haven't exactly pulled in that are empty?
That are empty?
Yes.
There are cars parked in the parking lot that seem vacant, but people keep pulling up and getting out of them.
They probably would have recognized if we tried to steal a car and act like we're supposed to drive right in. But this is a lot of fucking security. Is there any iconography or anything on a sign that is reminiscent of that cult?
Why don't you make me an investigation check?
Ah, damn. I should have had you do it. Oh, we're all roll a
Hey.
6!
Nice.
This is the opposite of what Hazel goes through.
You're looking at the front of the building here and watching, one person moves in, the gate closes, another one, pulls up. And as you are watching it, you start to see, how am I going to phrase this? You start to see a pattern among the, something very odd strikes you. The symbol that is used for the McCallum logging company, as you look a little closer at it, something stands out in that their logo is that of a simple tree, a very simple design that almost looks like two triangles stacked on top of each other.
I point that out. Well,
Suspicious.
with the security and that, I think and plus.
I will say with a 6, you also notice, well hidden, although there is certainly in this parking lot an ATV covered in a tarp.
Points that out as well. This is definitely the right place. I mean, we already kind of knew it was, but now we have unquestionable proof that it is directly connected to all of this shit.
Which also means that we're gonna have a hell of a time getting in.
Where is the parking lot on this map? Okay, so I want to take off my shirt, my jacket.
Ooh.
I want to grab some mud from the ground, and I'm gonna like put it in my hair, so my hair is like not so black. I'm going to kind of like crawl up, not really crawl, but walk into the parking lot. And then look for a car. And look for a car that is vacant that has one of the signs on it.
There is fences, around this parking lot.
So to get to the parking lot, it's completely fenced off.
You would have to. You guys are kind of looking through the front security gate.
Okay.
To see inside of the parking lot, and you see that there are 2 of these logging trucks. One of them is empty, meaning it has no logs on the back of it, and one of them is like actively there's somebody sitting there, like in the truck, waiting to like offload their wood.
Okay.
This is an active work zone.
I'm going to look at everybody and say, figure something out. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go up to the car with the person in it, and I'm gonna look really disheveled and be like,
so you would be stopped at the security gate where the thing lowers. You would kind of walk up, and then the person at the security booth would look at you funny as you're not in a car.
That's fine. And I'll be like, hey, so sorry to bother you. I'm kind of like lost. My boat got into like a little accident in the back there. Is there any way that you could like get me a phone or something that I can call?
This guy he looks you up and down weird. Yeah, are you you're a tourist then?
Yeah, we're here for the weekend. Me and my wife
And you've been in a boat accident. Is everything okay? You need me to call the sheriff or the ambulance?
That would be wonderful. Actually, the sheriff would be great.
Make me a perception roll. Just roll me 1d6. Yep, he click on the phone. Yeah, Walter, there's somebody up here at the mill, some kind of tourist acting strange. Says he's been in a boat accident. I don't know. Sir, do you want an ambulance? Is everybody okay? You need me to send like a...
No, we're fine. We just need to like get back to town, so get like a tow truck or something, and then.
What's your name?
Nick.
Nick. All right.
Nice.
All righty. Well, I've Yup, and I'll talk to you in a moment. And he hangs up the phone.
Is he the only person in that security booth?
He's the only person in the security booth, yeah.
Okay, so how far am I to him?
I would say that you are he's inside the booth. You are outside the booth.
I'm gonna look at him. Do you mind if I like come in your booth? It's a little chilly out here, and I've been trying to like tug the boat like out of like the rocks and stuff like that. So is there any way I can like warm up for a little bit?
Well, I will say that because you are a very charismatic person, I would like for you to make me a roll to try and charm this person. So you can roll 2d6.
Okay.
Or a third if you'd really like to make sure. Yeah, I guess that'd be alright. And he presses the button, gzzz, and the security gate opens.
Little fist pump in the woods. Yeah.
In my med bag, that I would like, stuff with me. Trinket, would it be possible that I could have like a tranquilizer, like injection
Ooh.
needle in my bag?
Not in your standard med kit.
Okay, then I would just like to take my scalpel that's in my pocket, and I'm just gonna
Oh
stab him.
no.
Oh,
Do it quietly.
All right, you wait a few moments as you get this guy into the security booth at the Brightwood paper mill, and yeah, make me a roll, 1d6.
I'm gonna risk my sanity for this.
Go ahead.
Murder.
Oh,
The
murder.
doctor is okay with
Doctor
murder.
fuck-
So you take 1 point of sanity,
Jesus.
and you, just as this man turns around, he says, "Yeah, it'll only be a minute. You can sit over there and that." Oh! As you slit this man's throat from behind.
I'm gonna lay him on the ground really quietly. I'm gonna take off his shirt, his hat, his badge, and I'm gonna put everything on. And I'm gonna stop the gate from lowering down, and then I'm gonna take out my flashlight and like blink it a few times, like in Morse code, because I'm assuming somebody would know.
I think.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the.
You're trying
I
to
think
signal the
security
rest of
guard-
the people.
Yep.
Okay,
guys,
I will
think
say
the
that.
security guard is flashing a flashlight at us.
Yeah. You see you see
That'd be strange.
him enter the booth here. And then a couple moments later, flashing. In couple seconds later, the same flashing.
I mean, I get. Yeah, I mean, it would be a message in Morse code that we'd be able to understand. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Get your asses through the
Yeah.
gate.
Yeah. I guess we'll do that. And here I was gonna be like, maybe we should come back tomorrow night.
I mean, that would have been my solution, but
We've already done a murder, so.
yeah.
And then I'm going to nicely um make this guy sit in the chair and make it look like he's like still kind of alive, and then I'm gonna put the clothes back on him, and then I'm hoping you guys will ring my clothes as they'll change back into it.
I mean, one of us will probably be holding him, yeah.
Um, I'm gonna
I mean, we could.
call the police officer back.
Central
the-
Brightwood Dispatch, what's your emergency?
Can I be transferred to the sheriff?
Sheriff Higgins just got in his car.
Could you transfer me to Sheriff Higgins?
You hear her, you go on hold for just a second, the pleasant music.
Well, we're having a fun time.
What's it?
You're on. I'm not. You're the charismatic one.
Just a couple seconds later, Mr. Higgins is on his way to you. What's the problem?
Oh, nothing. If he's on his way here, that's fine. I'll just wait for him, and then I hang up the phone.
Just as you say that,
Oh no.
pulling up the road is a police car.
Oh no.
Okay. I usher you guys to go like inside and hide, and I'm gonna go deal with Sheriff Higgins.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Can I? Should the badge stay with you or us?
You
I mean,
pick
the
his
guy,
like
he already knows who we are, so
But
yeah.
what if he's one of them?
it's very possible.
All right, yeah. Walter Higgins pulls up in his car to the security gate as if he's waiting to be buzzed in.
I'm gonna like buzz him in.
All right, you press the button, and the thing raises, and Sheriff Higgins pulls his way in. After a few moments, he gets out of his car.
Hey.
Now,
Hide the
he
body.
kind of walks up. Ah, Hank, boy, what's going on? And then he kind of looks around. You're not Hank.
Oh no, I know. Say, so you remember me from earlier yesterday, right?
Uh-huh.
Agent Reynolds. Agent Reynolds. So we're gonna secure this area for an investigation. Do you mind staying here, like staying around, so that way we can deal with their investigation?
That wasn't ran by me.
Well, it's being run by you now. The agency has requested it.
Make an intimidation roll.
Oh.
Ah,
I don't think you have a bonus in that.
no. Can I risk it?
You can, yeah.
Risk it for the biscuit.
I was getting ready to fucking say that.
Oh,
All right,
You
no.
didn't
so
lose stress.
you didn't lose any stress.
Woohoo.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess if that's what the agency wanted. Were you all okay? We were expecting you back at the Grapevine last night, and you never showed up. And
Stuff
where's Mitch? He said something about somebody being hurt. Is that
Oh,
you?
That was just. Yeah, that was me.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to let him know. I didn't want to let him on that we were investigating, so I just kind of asked you to come so you can help secure the scene.
Right. Well, there are people, working here.
We understand, and we're gonna make it quiet as possible. We just don't want to tip anybody off.
I guess then.
So, thanks, Sheriff. If you wouldn't mind going out so it doesn't look as suspicious, but stay near, and we'll call you if anything happens.
Mm-hmm. You can see as he kind of steps back out into the parking lot here. There are a number of people who were sort of looking weird that the sheriff had pulled up, but now as he kind of walks back out and gives them all the wave, they kind of, just duck their heads back, start going back to work, start punching in.
Mm.
There's a dead body in the security booth.
There's a
There
fucking dead
sure
body in here.
is.
Along with the rest of you, what do you do?
Throw the body out the window.
Is there any way to get the body like to the woods without anyone seeing?
Um,
This man is actually
Not really.
bleeding out, like from his neck.
Yeah, he sure is.
yeah,
Can-
he
can
got
Jabari
killed.
stop that? Yeah, can you just stop the bleeding though, so it's not that much more of a mess to deal with?
Sure. We'll say that this cut is very clean, and therefore you are able to stem the bleeding.
What we could tell his family?
Boy,
I
sure
look at you
sucks
guys.
he
Scapel
killed
telling
by
the family.
this.
I look at you guys and go, listen,
Nose goes.
I'm a do first and then ask forgiveness later type of guy.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't
Nose-
think this guy can forgive, but
I put Sharkjaw puts her finger on her nose and just goes, nose goes. Not me.
Nose goes. Jabari me.
It's fine. I'm gonna pick up the guy, and I'm gonna drag him out to like the side of the woods where we came from.
I will say that the best that you can do really here, it would be to kind of push him out a back, like a side window. But then you would have to go back out through the security booth and go around to try and actually like
You know what?
cover up this body.
Actually, you know what? We're just gonna leave the body in there. I'm just gonna have him sit.
who's gonna open the gate for people? He's gonna get noticed as soon as the next person shows up.
And that'll give us enough of a distraction to go look inside.
True. Wait, do we have the flare gun?
You do have a flare gun with a single flare in it.
Can we rig the flare gun to explode? Like the flare? Make it look like an accident? People come running?
You could certainly try.
We'd have to rough him up and make him look like.
Wait, does anybody have a silencer?
No.
Would
None if you
Bethesda
are
have a
carrying
silencer?
silenced weapons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't.
no. No.
But, like, what I'm thinking is, like, set up the flare to shoot at him. That's a lot of burning. And if, like, it'd make it look like, oh, a flare just accidentally went off in the booth.
And it led to his death?
I don't know.
Listen, I know we're not working with a lot here.
Wait, can you rig these electric panels to fry?
If you could sabotage the electrical here, yeah.
Yeah, do that, and also the flare gun.
You could also just permanently set the gate to be open.
That's a
Oh.
good
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do that.
All
It's
right.
morning.
It
will
raises
be-
up again.
And then I'm just gonna have him sit up and look like he's staring, and I'm gonna put a pair of sunglasses on him.
Just make it look like he's sleeping. They're like, oh, that guy again. He's napping. Hopefully he's lazy and.
In 2 to 3 hours, the rigor mortis will set in, and he'll stay exactly the same way.
Yeah.
All right.
Has anyone ever told you, Scalpel, that you are a dark, dark man?
I'm about to say.
All right. This dead body is Weekend at Bernie's. He's set up in the chair, and the front gate to the Brightwood paper mill is wide open.
Thank you, God, for the advice.
Right.
Third time I've done that tonight.
Thank
Um,
God.
What do you do?
I mean,
Can I look to see if there's power running into the place?
There's power. All of these buildings are powered.
Can I look out, like, peek out the window and see if there's any, like, general area that there'd be a generator or something, or like a line going in?
It's connected to the main power, like a power line.
Okay.
It comes into like a box on the side of one of the buildings, like a large industrial power grid.
Okay. That can always be in a distraction.
I mean, should we just turn off the power and move to a position where we'd be able to get in as people start to file out and sabotage it in such a way that it can't be easily restored?
True. Or how there's probably not a whole lot of, like, is there any, like, way we could hide in the area inside the place?
Not really, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a heavily populated area where people are actively doing construction work.
Yeah, I feel like we should have come back tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
But now we have a dead guy.
Yeah, we sure do.
And we
Here.
so is there like woods area like behind the building that's like by the fence area?
Yeah, like I said, you could push this body out back into the forest, but you're still gonna have to like find a way to dispose of it or cover it up. Bodies don't just go away.
No, I understand that.
No, yeah.
I understand that.
You have to bury them or cut them up or
Sink them in.
sink them in the lake, that kind of thing. And, by the way, you have Sheriff Walter Higgins sat out front of the front gate, actively doing security for you.
Okay. I want to watch. I think we should watch all day, but how do we get to watch all day? The people that come in and out that look suspicious. Because that truck is here. The ATV is here. So we know that they're here.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can see everybody that comes in and out all day, we'll know that who's involved and who's not involved because we'll know between the workers and not the workers.
Would we? I don't know how.
Actually, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Because okay, first things first. I think we need to, if we're going to watch, we need to first distract sheriff, get the body out of this place. Then like 1 or 2 people bring it to the lake, sink it into the water. And then, I imagine one of us talking to the sheriff wouldn't be too suspicious.
How
I
about
mean,
this? How about this? I'll change into his clothes. We'll put my clothes on him. You'll pretend to drag me out, and I'll stay in the booth.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really searching for a way for you guys to get out of this that didn't completely compromise your mission.
yeah.
I forgot that it was morning.
I said, like, multiple times, like, that there were people actively filing in to work at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I almost said before you head out, I think we should come back tomorrow. No. Oh boy.
Is this a rewind time?
Um, yeah, I think that this is a rewind time. I think you guys compromised the mission and failed. As
Well-
there's no way you're going to get this body out of this room and dispose of it without Sheriff Higgins knowing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I agree.
Reverse sounds. Hey everybody.
All right.
I think we should
So
come back tomorrow morning.
we're going to reverse back to a point in time where everyone is sat on the edge of the road and has not yet passed over to the Brightwood paper mill.
Okay.
I'm gonna delete from my notes the pattern I guess that Bellator saw.
You still saw that.
Oh, okay.
We'll say it's sometime after that. Actually, I guess we can just say that you're on the other side then.
Okay.
Just before Agent Scalpel made his way up to the booth.
Okay, guys. I know it's tempting, but I feel like one of the options is murder, and I don't think we should do it for some reason.
Yeah, it's like I
Bellator
had
tapped
deja.
her nose.
It's like I had deja vu, and that was a.
To be
terrible-
fair, y'all, this is how this game is meant
Yeah.
to be played. There is times where you will lose the mission and we have to rewind back to another point. This isn't uncommon.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that we did find one of the endings that ends with you guys getting caught.
Oh,
Just
dang,
the
I'm not an
endings-
agent anymore.
The ending screen is just all of us in the same jail cell.
Yeah, it's all of you arrested by Sheriff Higgins.
As you hear like the Mario Kart lose sound.
Hey, alternative. Bellator kills the sheriff and we go on the lam. And then get arrested later by the FBI.
But anyway, we're not doing that. We are back to this point. Sorry, I'm trying to keep things going. What are you guys doing for the day?
I think we should
Do you guys? Do you, we can take watches and watch people.
You guys are all pretty exhausted.
Yeah, we need to
It was
sleep.
right about this time yesterday that you guys pulled into town,
Mhm.
and you have not slept since then.
I am an old man. Please, I would like to rest.
Mhm.
Fine, geezer, got it.
You know that there
Uh,
is a safe house at the Great Bear Lodge in town.
Mhm. I think we should head there.
I will agree.
Yeah. I mean, if we're walking along the side of the road, I imagine we wouldn't be too like suspicious.
Could we walk
Um,
in such a way that we could dive into the woods if we heard a car?
You can pretty reasonably walk the mile back towards where your car
Okay.
was, in relative secrecy.
We'll do that. Right?
Can I? Okay. I actually want to try something before we head out. I have a recording device in a concealable mic.
Yeah, you do.
I want to try to rig it against, like, wait for a gap in like trucks and cars, and I want to rig it close. Like, would there be a way I'd be able to like rig it into, or not into, but like close enough to where I'd be able to hear conversations from the security booth when
Yeah,
people
I'll
go
say that
in?
you are able you could reasonably plant this in there.
Okay. I'm going to plant a mic.
All right, and you switch it on. You know that this has about an 8-hour recording tape in it,
Okay. Hey, better than nothing.
so it
Let's
will
set
record
it
the
up.
next 8 hours.
Got it. Let's go.
Let's go.
Alrighty, you all make your way to the Great Bear Lodge in town. As you are passing through, you get to see a number of the businesses as they open in the morning. Most notably of which, one titled Burton Books, outside of which is a rather large sign which reads folklore, folk tales, folk sellings. Come on in.
Might be something to check out after we get some sleep. It's still too early for it to be open anyway, I would imagine.
It does not seem like it is open yet, but you do pass this.
Okay.
Doki, I take
No.
note of the address.
But you all make your way to the Great Bear Lodge. There is a safe house in that which you are all given a key to by the person at the front desk, an elderly woman who is maybe just about to go home. She seems like she's been up all night watching the Great Bear Lodge here.
Appreciate it.
Room 121.
Okie dokie. I'm tired.
It's not much, but there are beds here enough for all of you, and places where you can do general first aid, all of that sort of thing. You do find, strangely enough, as you're going through this this safe house, that Agent Martinez seems to have installed one of those charger things in this room.
Might as well charge up on everything if we haven't
As
yet.
he anticipated something happening.
What do the locks look like on the door?
It's a pretty normal lock.
Okay. Lock them up.
You
Should
guys
I
are all taking
sweep
some
for
rest.
bugs before we do?
It's up to you.
Yeah. Maybe ask Sharkjaw, the investigator, do you want to sweep this place for bugs? Just to make sure,
Wouldn't be
since
half a bad idea.
these cultists know that we're the ones that are, trying
Yeah.
to figure this shit out.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I'll do that. I shall sweep the area for anything suspicious that may be around.
Sweet. 2d6.
Roll the 2d6. Hey, nice.
Hey.
Oh!
Since it's a double, it doesn't count for sanity. Oh, no, it wasn't your sanity roll either.
Yeah, it was just investigation.
Yeah, you tear this place upside down, going through everything. You don't find any sort of wiretap or wire devices. In fact, it seems like this room maybe was even. It doesn't seem like anybody's been here since the last time Agent Martinez was here. There's a small logbook on the table here that says that Agent Martinez was actually here about 2 weeks ago, staying for a few nights.
Okay.
On the table here are 2 business cards. One of which is to that same Burton Books, and the other is for the local library. Sorry, not a business card. Agent Martinez's library card is here.
Oh, and the other one is a business card.
Is a business card for Burton Books.
Does it have a phone number on it?
It does.
Interesting. Well, I guess I'll stuff that in my wallet or wherever it is, just in case we need it.
All right.
Now, do we
let-
do we want to do a D&D, have someone watch, or do we just want to all fucking sleep?
I mean, I feel like it's.
Are
Trying
we
to
on the
think of a
first floor?
self-care activity.
You're on the first
Yeah.
floor, yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
If
self-care activity. Yeah.
if
I
it's
got poor stress. I'm fucking stressed.
Yeah, you can do some self-care to remove some stress. I have to remember how to do that though.
you said it's Barton books.
It's called Barton Books, yep. Or
Barton
Burton,
Books.
Burton.
Okay.
Let me open up my own document here.
And then I also have the
And to
cultist
remember
in-
how removing stress works because I don't play this game very often. Where the heck is the
I,
information about downtime?
I lost. I took out the mic and the recorder from my
Mental
inventory, but
illness.
it doesn't seem I can add things.
Bruh.
I mean, there is an option in the biography for engage in self-care.
Yeah, where is it? I can't find it.
It's
When
in the like when you double click on a character.
Oh, yeah, okay. But I don't remember how it works.
Hmm,
It says roll, so is it like? But maybe that's just
You
saying.
engage in stress relieving activity by spending time with an anchor, retreating into the wilderness or otherwise recentering yourself. Roll a d6 and reduce your stress by that amount.
Okay.
okie dokie.
Um,
Yeah,
I
he's
think my
fucking.
I think my anchor will be um my scalpel, and I'm going to lay in bed and I'm gonna like twirl the scalpel around. I'm gonna lay it on my chest, and then I'm just gonna think about all of the many surgeries that I've done in my past life, and just have like a moment of like, this isn't as stressful as that, but that's relaxing, type of deal.
Mm.
Mhm.
All right. Then you can all spend, we'll say, at least 6 to 7 hours just sleeping it off here.
Okay.
Bellator's thing is
And
taking guns apart and putting them back together.
as we all kind of regain consciousness here, it
Mark
is
just
around 2
meditated.
p.m. in the afternoon.
So should we roll? We should roll that d6 and remove.
You should roll that d6 and remove your stress, yeah.
Oh, butts and balls.
Bollocks.
Oh, can I click the engage in self-care instead of the thing I rolled?
What do you mean?
I
Oh, yeah,
rolled
you-
a regular d6 instead of clicking self-care.
Come on.
Listen, I gotta try.
You only have 2 stress.
Now I do. I had 3.
Oh, okay.
but-
I have 0 now.
Are you still stressed? Like, god damn it, these young kids, they're stressing me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank-
Unfortunately, it is just not as not very easy to de-stress here for Agent Bellator or our other agents.
Dala, yeah.
Agent Dala, yeah.
The other two did great.
Sharkjaw, after they're resting, because her anchor is just her journal, just like hands out like a drawing of Bellator, just like hands it over. It's like, you look stressed, have this. And there's just like
you.
little like stars and stuff around it. She seems
That's-
very not stressed.
I think
Aw.
Bellator doesn't really know, like, not in a bad way. She's like, thank you. No one's ever given me something like this before. And she's gonna fold it up and tuck it away in her pocket.
She and then Shark just like quickly hides her journal, which the page that was on was a cultist being stabbed in the throat, like very violently. There's a lot of blood.
Oh,
See,
shit.
oddly enough, I feel like she has been given something like that before.
All right. The day starts again. It's 2 p.m. in the afternoon now. What do you all do?
Banana agents.
Bookstore, library, but also we need to eat something. We also left some bodies in the woods,
That is true.
but they're so far out there. Like, who's gonna go there? Nobody.
We did.
Yeah, but we're doing weird stuff. Listen, let's avoid the marina because we definitely left that boat there.
Oh,
So,
oh wait. Oh frick, that was a rented boat, right? Shit.
it
Yeah,
sure was.
let's not go there. Yeah, let's avoid the marina. I say let's head to the book place and then uh just like I guess stay in town until the night and then check out
Well,
the mill.
well, the library card's here. We should check out the library and see if there's any like past incidents or.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I forget what year is this taking place.
1993.
Okay, so it would be likely that there wouldn't be like a computer we could look up a history. This is like physical cards level.
They're probably
Accurate.
rocking the Dewey Decimal in a small town, yeah. If
Yeah.
they had a computer, it would be like the thing, like the whole community would be
You're-
trying to use it.
Yeah,
We could
it's yeah.
we could split up. Okay. Hear me out. We can split up. Two of us go to the library, two of us go to the bookstore.
Yeah.
What the
Um, what are we
Cover-
looking
I'll
for?
go
I
to
mean,
the
they did.
bookstore.
Okay. Who wants to go? Who else wants to go to the bookstore?
Because the bookstores had a lot on folklore, so that may just give us an idea of maybe past tales that the town has had.
I mean, it's clearly something Martinez was interested in if the business card is here, so it's definitely worth looking at.
Oh yeah. I guess I'll head to the library and check that out. I've had to dig
All
through
right.
libraries before.
Who wants to go first? Let's do the bookstore first.
It's
Okay.
closer, probably.
Who's going to the bookstore with me?
Oh yeah,
Or-
okay.
yeah.
No, you can. You can.
All right, so 2 of our investigators are going to make their way to the bookstore. I did prepare a scene for this,
The
Ooh.
bookstore.
and our guest can finally speak,
Ooh.
who's been sat here
Ooh.
patiently waiting.
For us
I don't
not to
see
do dumb
anything.
things.
Hi, guest.
Do you guys see? Okay, I see stuff. Thank you.
Oh, I
yeah.
don't, but it might be because I'm not there.
Oh, there we go.
I'm going to put you here. You're
there.
not here.
Yep.
You are not here. I'm going to put you here just so you can see the scene.
I can't see everything because of fog of war. Yeah, there we go.
All right, I sat behind the counter of this bookstore, which the front door is wide open. Would our character like to describe himself, or do you want me to describe him?
I will describe. It's an old man. It's an old black man, balding up at the top. It almost looks like a wig. How thick and curly the white hair that is there, kind of rings his head. It's all attached to a long beard. Very much like a black Santa Claus kind of look going on, and there's a book in his lap as he sits in a rocking chair behind the counter, and there's a long string of drool just pouring down out of the corner of his mouth as the rocking chair just creaks back and forth. He might be asleep.
Oh no!
I'm gonna go over like in front of the typewriter. Kind of admire the typewriter a little bit. Just like watch this man drift off to sleep, see how long he sleeps for, and then I'm gonna gently knock on the counter.
Oh, it's a while if you wait and watch. But as you knock on the counter, hey, welcome. Hey, how can I help you?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to disturb your sleep.
I wasn't sleeping.
Oh, okay. I completely understand.
Oh my
My
oh,
name's
shit.
Nick. This is
Nick
my
is what?
this
Dick?
is my friend. Yes, Nick.
Nick.
You know, yeah.
What can I do you for, Dick?
Well, you know what? I'm just really confused right now. My name's Nick, not Dick.
That's what I said.
As like I'm flustered for a moment, I'm gonna
Why
look at his
is it-
counter.
He's trying so hard. He's got his hand covering his mouth, just looking at you.
I'm just gonna look at the table and see if there was like anything interesting that he was like doing beforehand to like distract
Um,
myself.
there's nothing particularly busy on the counter. Besides, like, it looks like when you woke him up, the what he had in his hands, he kind of put on the counter, and it just looks like a logbook or some sort of book to keep track of things in the bookstore.
Um, I like shake it off. So we're out of towners, and we're kind of like lore hunters. You know, we kind of like to visit small
You hunt
towns.
boars? Boar
Lore,
hunters?
like lore, like LORE, like books, mysteries.
Okay.
We were wondering if you had like any interesting stories about this town.
Whew. Stories. Yeah, we got a lot of books.
Yeah, I can see that. Lots of books. What are your best sellers?
See the old
Best
man.
selling books 1993.
You can see the old man's just looking you up and down, looking at the other person who came in. Mm, gotta be. So he starts like combing through his beard. It's just one book. I think we're sold out. It's about this wacky guy who went on crazy journeys. Last thing he wrote, story about a vampire. It's crazy.
Yes, crazy vampires. Awesome.
Guy's a bit eccentric. I think his
Okay,
name was
so
Ludwig, Fartwig. I don't know.
oh, okay, Ludwig. Interesting. I might have to check that one out. So let's uh let's step out of the box for a second. What if I was
Okay.
looking for
And he
what
walks
if
around
I was
walks around the counter.
Yes. How tall is this man?
He's like 4'8".
Oh, he's Simone Biles size. Oh.
Oh my heart. Oh my god.
I love him.
Oh
so
shit.
okay, do you have any books that have like two triangles that are like set upon each other that looks like a tree?
Oh, you need a math book. Use a dumb boy. Okay.
God.
I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
what you need.
Show me your math books. Show me your math books.
He'll head over to
Can this reduce any more
like
stress?
kindergartner's first math class, and shows you just like a couple of grade school. They're old books, dusty books.
Like new math has been discovered since they were printed.
like better understanding, better better ways of doing the math, better process. And then when he hands you one book, he thinks for a moment. Mystery, huh? Hmm. And he heads to the opposite side of what's supposed to be as the kid section. And you can see all the titles are like listed on the spines of the book. There's no like picture or anything on the cover. But he pulls out one book that does match the description of what you said you were looking for. I think there's a few more that look like this. I'll have to do a bit more digging.
The book in which he pulls out, I will say, on the cover is written the words, "Whispers echo from the abyssal depths." And then as you are looking over this, you see... Actually, make me an investigation check. Roll me just a d6.
Ooh.
Hey.
You notice something... The symbol, the one of the tree. You notice it as you flip through to the intersection of this book, but it's strange. It's not in, like... It doesn't seem out of place. You almost miss it. As you look through the first page of this book, the emblem of the company that seems to have printed this book, marked as Ruth Printing, has that very same symbol. The date marked on this book, however, far predates anything that you were expecting, as it is marked for the year 1932.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
So it's 1993 now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sir. I never got your
What?
name.
Eustace. He holds out a little
Eustace.
stubby, calloused hand.
Eustace, you see this book that you gave
I
me
wanna
right
shake
here?
his
You
hand.
said you had more books of these?
Maybe. And you see he kind of closes one eye and looks at you with the other, and it's clear to see that he's got like one good eye to really examine you with.
Oh my god.
You only need one eye to read books.
I love him. I shake his hand. Ah.
It's a vigorous shake and a proud smile.
Eustace, I would like to buy every one of these books that you have with like this type of like symbol and like kind of genre dating from like 32 to like now, if it's possible.
I could do with that. Let's see. He takes the children's math book, children's geometry. Takes the second book with the symbols, and then starts walking around the library, looking almost like he's got his own system. And for a moment, you see the only thing that actually has simple organization and things in the same place are like children's books. The rest seems to be a little ramshackle. So he's going around mumbling to himself, hog hunters, mystery, Dick Nick and book, buying them. Okay. Triangles. I don't know what you need geometry for if you're hog hunting, but okay.
Oh my god.
Triangulation.
And
I would
do we
kill
notice
for it.
anything like out of the ordinary as he's doing this, going around and finding different books of these in different sections?
Make
Is there,
you
like-
can make another check, like just an investigation check around this area if you'd like to see anything out of the ordinary.
Like what I'm trying to get, like what I
Mhm.
basically what I think I want to know is that like were these planted or were these put in here by him?
As you're going around, you start to, with a 6, you start to kind of piece things together a little bit. This company, probably at least around here, the paper on which these books are printed from, maybe even the binding itself and down to the trees that were cut, was probably all done right here within the town of Brightwood. And these books seem like quite old. As you pick up like a random one off of the shelf and begin to leaf through, you can still see that a lot of them are printed by this Ruth Press. But after the date marked on one of the books that you have, they don't seem to have that same symbol.
Okay. As soon as he like finishes, I want to like see if like he is suspicious of us or we should be suspicious of him.
Eustace does eventually. It's about a good 10-15 minutes him rummaging through things, and he's carrying 5 books, 2 children's books, one on geometry, one on math, and then 3 others. And he carries them up to the counter, and you can see he's struggling. There, he's an old guy, and it's a lot.
Oh, Jabari would help him immediately.
Well, thank you. Put him up on the counter. Mm.
Oh God, not myself.
And he'll go around the counter, and you'll see he'll open up um, that book he had in his hands when he was sleeping. You see, he opens it up, and there's no words. You see, he starts flipping through some of the pages. You're gonna have to read me the titles of the books so I can check them out. And kind of sort of to answer your suspicion, there's something that you realize looking at the logbook now that he might be that you may be suspicious of, and that it's that he probably can't read, because the logbook is all like, it's almost like hieroglyphics. It's just like pictures that help him identify the words.
Well, Eustace, how about instead of checking these out, I'll buy them from you.
Still have to do inventory.
You're right. You're right.
So the first book that so there are three books. The first one is called. The first one that you were given was called "Whispers Echo from the Abyssal Depths." However, Whispers Echo from the Abyssal Depths. The second book is titled "The Forbidden Grove Beckons," and the third one is titled "Shadows Dance Amid the Gnarled Woods."
The children's books. First one is Baby's First Square. And the second one is Basic Algebra for Dummies.
And
I'll read. Go
Read them out to me so I can check them off.
I'll go through all of them, and then when I get to Baby's First Square, I'll be like, Baby's First Square.
You see, he goes through the logbook, and he starts from the back and then flips back a few pages, finds one corresponding to Shadows Dance Amidst the Gnarled Woods, and you can see it's like pictures. One looks like a stick figure with a little shadow, and the shadow is circled. And there's like another stick figure that looks like it's dancing, and then there's like a little forest symbol, and you see he crosses it out and then circles the price under it. And he does this with the rest of the books, and it is like almost, for the book selected, it works such that it feels like it's reverse alphabetical order, because by the time he gets to the front, he finally does Baby's First Square, and it's just a baby, the number 1, and then a square.
Oh my God.
Oh, so cute.
as you read these book titles back to Eustace, each one of them puts a scene in your mind, Dr. Scalpel. As you're reading these, you see the shadowed figures from last night again flash in your mind. The dead bodies of the cult members on the floor flash in your mind. The woods, deep and thick with trees, flashes in your mind. Trees being felled in the darkness. The hair on the back of your neck stands up.
Spooky.
Oh, that was weird. Okay. Jabari, we have to get back to the others.
You see, he slides a piece of paper over that looks like kind of like a receipt with the price on it. Here's the total.
How much petty cash did we have again, Trinket?
You each got about $100.
I'm just gonna put $100 on the table. Well, no, I used it for food too, so I'm just gonna put whatever I have left over on the table.
The price on this is about $45.
I'll put 50. Give him a tip.
So he looks at the overpayment and then looks at you and squints his bad eye and looks you up and down with his good eye. Trying to fleece me, boy?
He's bad at math.
Oh no, that's more than enough. But I do have one follow-up question for you, if Eustace, if you don't mind.
What's your question?
A couple days ago, maybe within the last week, did a Mexican man come in here about like 5'8", asking for like maybe the same books that we were looking for? If you remember his name is Martinez.
Martinez. Yep. Martinez. Yep, he came in here.
Do you know what book that he bought off your ledger?
Well, I can't go giving away secrets now, can I? Confidential customer information. See, he puts his hand to his mouth like he's saying a secret, even though you're the only two people here.
Oh my god.
Well, Eustace, what if I tell you that I was his son and I was trying to figure out what he was looking for?
Well, that's just confusing. Get your paw back in here.
Well, he was, like maybe he didn't buy it. I was trying to see what type of books he liked. He doesn't like to tell us what type of books he likes.
Well, as an old man myself, I gotta keep a few secrets from the youngins.
What about an extra $20?
For what?
The secret. I'll buy the secret.
All right. You see, he takes the money and the 20.
Yep.
He looks both ways, even though one direction is just a wall. Secret is tapioca pudding. Keeps me looking youthful.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
My god.
I just look at him. I sigh and I say thank you for the books and I walk out.
So he slaps his knee. Easiest $20, sucker.
The door ding dings as you exit.
Jabari just.
And now let's do our.
politely
Oh, sorry.
says goodbye.
And now we'll do our scene at the library.
Wearing a 4'8"
So we gotta.
elderly man.
Yeah. All right.
And you meet so it
I
looks
love
similar.
him. Oh
He's
my god.
That was amazing.
Eustace is my favorite. Damn it. Protect that man at all costs. Thank you.
That
What a
was
time.
what a good time.
This token probably doesn't have vision.
I think Jabari's
Well,
favorite part of that was just watching fucking Scalpel get fucking flustered that whole time. He was like, this is great. This is great. I like this.
All right, you guys approach the library here. It is outside a large placard in a large marbled building. This is one of the nicer buildings in town. You can tell it's clearly very old. A placard outside the door reads Ruth Family Library.
Well, we don't know the other things, but okay.
It seems pretty lively. There are people coming and going. It's just after school here, so there's a number of children who are kind of running around the library, doing after school activities. And
Guilty.
an elderly looking woman sat at the front desk here. Does look up to you as you enter, but does not say anything quite yet.
Okay, so what should we look for in general?
Do libraries like this? This is more a question also to God. Do they keep records of who checks out books, or is it
They would keep records, yeah.
because we do have like official badges? It is possible that we could,
Mm-hmm.
we're not just private citizens here. We are representing an agency, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wonder if
I
we
guess.
should just be polite and go that route.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Are you better? I think you're probably better at talking, so I'll just kind of.
Yeah. Hi, ma'am.
The old woman
Oh.
looks up from her table. Days.
Oh, here we go.
You know, you get to play back-to-back characters. I had assumed that there would be that. What I honestly had assumed that we would go to the bookstore and then maybe check out the paper mill, and we would have some like stuff in between that we could do. But yeah, back-to-back
Back
days
in-
playing
back in.
characters. Thank you.
I'm so
I'm-
excited right now.
Me too. Me too.
Yes.
We wanted to know if we could check if you could check if a certain person that we know of came here, let's say like week ago, 2 weeks ago, and checked out any books and what kind of books he looked at.
Planning on spying on someone?
Um, I take out my badge and lay it down on the table. Sort of.
And we have his library card.
Yeah, that too. That too.
It's official. She kind of makes like a, kind of face.
There's a bit of disinterest, but she does look down at the badge. Hey, Trinket,
Yeah.
do I recognize any authority of this badge?
You recognize the authority of it in that the only other person who has ever flashed you one of these badges is the person whose library card is being held out to you as well. Right? You presented his Martinez's
Yep.
library card, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The only other person who has ever done this to you is the same person whose library card they're holding.
Yeah, Bellator has the library card.
Wait here. And you see, she does take the library card. Leaves the badge, but takes the library card.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
She gives 2 thumbs up after the lady leaves to Sharkshaw.
I give a thumbs up back.
Yeah.
You're unsure
sh-
if there's if it's a purposeful length of time, but there is a quite a while before she comes back.
I'm not used
Go
to
on, I didn't
having
want
a
you to say
badge.
what you were saying.
We're playing rock, paper, scissors when you come back.
Ah, damn it. What?
Nah. See, you keep going back to scissors. You gotta mix it up.
But I like scissors.
I mean,
And you see she's rolling. She has like a cart, and in it are 3 larger books, and she rolls the entire it's like a child's red wagon. She pulls it up to the desk and pulls one up, puts it down, kind of thumps on the desk, pulls the other 2. One of them says card catalog. And she opens that up. It's a little dusty and kind of flips through, kind of double checks the library card against the issued library cards. Then, with the library card still in hand, she pulls up the other book, which on that one is listed shelf list, and then picks up the third book, places it on top of that, which says the session log. And in the session log, she flips that over and is like thumbing through pages looking for the number on the card to match up. Okay, so you're good.
We're good. That's good.
And you wanted what again?
Just to know what he if he checked out anything, if he brought anything in, It's just what he circulated through this desk, and you.
Agent, I will say what he was looking through if we're to the point where we're revealing it. Agent Martinez, you start to look through these log numbers, and they're not books. They're newspaper clippings. He was looking through the newspaper going back. Uh, you would have to take these numbers and go and track down the pieces of newspaper that he was reading, because all she has is numbers for you. But she will be able to tell you that he was looking through the newspapers, old issues of the Brightwood Herald.
Okay, but they are in the. These newspapers are in the building currently.
They are here,
Got it.
not signed out.
Awesome. Can I get a copy of those numbers, perhaps?
See, she sighs. Certainly. She pulls out a piece of paper and then starts writing down article numbers, and anything else to help identify where things are.
Okay. Hmm. I really appreciate this. You're doing a good service. Hell of a library you got here.
It's been in the family for a long time.
Ruth is. I saw the name outside. Ruth.
That would be me, Eleanor Ruth.
If only we knew about the other. This is above table. If only we knew
Mhm.
about the publishing company.
Can I? You know what? Can I just look around the room, like the general vicinity, and
Yeah.
just like what all do I see here? Like, do I see any other plaques or any
There
other like
are,
artworks?
you actually, as she says this to you, you start to look around, and there are a number of paintings in this room of women who look very similar to Eleanor. It seems as if the women of her family have run this library for a very long time. And you actually do see a portrait of her painted on the wall, and she is labeled Eleanor the Fourth.
Ooh.
So there are 3 other paintings of people dating all the way back to 1835, where there is the earliest painting that's here of a woman standing outside of this very library as it is being established.
Man. And you said what was the first dated painting?
1845.
1845. Okay.
That's what's labeled. It's labeled 1845 to.
Yeah, it just sure seems like it's been in your family for a while.
We love what we do. You see,
Yeah.
she generally seems disinterested, but she doesn't hand over the paper that has the articles on it. She kind of holds that back. We'll need some identification and your badges so we can issue you cards.
Um. Yeah, I
Sure.
guess that's true. We can't just use Martinez's. Um.
We sign up. Do Is it possible that we would have realistic looking fakes just as part of our
Fake library cards?
no fake like identification?
Oh, you have, I guess, fakes. I mean, you have, like, maybe not like a full fake ID. Probably not.
Okay. I mean,
Is
what
it
can
one
they
with
do with the name?
true? Is it one without like our full like non-agency name?
So okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll say that you get an agency ID that has just the word your agent name on it. That is a form of government ID.
Okay.
There you go.
It's
How
weird.
about
She's never seen this. It's not a driver's license, but it is a form of ID.
how about we just check this out on one of us?
Mm-hmm.
Are you both going in to look at the articles? Or is one of you
Uh,
staying here?
do we need a library card to enter in?
Security and all that, she says, as the only only old woman at the
Yeah.
front desk.
Is it? I mean, public libraries usually, kind of just they have the public in the name. It's a bit weird.
And we still have to know who's going in and out of our library and who might have any of our books, newspapers, besides anything else.
Well, that's fair enough. Yeah. Who wants to be the one? Yeah, we can both.
Yeah, I guess
I'll
we
hand
both
over.
would. Yeah.
I'll hand over my ID then.
And she, a little too deftly, is like looking at IDs, badges, and in the same book she looked up Martinez's information. Um, she's writing it, and on like a few pages down, and there's like blank slots where she fills in, your name as it shows in the ID, a description or description of you, badge numbers if there's a number or code there, and then the today's date,
Okay.
and then
Hmm.
she pulls out something. Opens a drawer and pulls out like two small, like freshly made cards. They're not laminated or anything, and then she writes your name in a pretty little cursive for both of you, and then hands them over.
Nice. Yes, I take my library card and thank you very much.
You both have
Yep.
Brightwood Town Library cards now.
Neat. We're on the radar.
We sure are. I mean, we kind of already were.
And you may enter into the library.
Sick.
I'll tell
Thanks.
you,
Open sesame.
you enter into this grand library, and a number of things catch your attention. There's 3 large globes at one corner, and of course, this massive compass star on the ground here.
Wow, okay. Honestly, off table, that's a really cool map.
It's
Miskatonic University, baby!
Oh, I
Aw.
just read it.
Miskatonic,
Nice.
hell yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in here. I will say that the newspaper section is directly to the back,
Like
Thanks,
straightforward.
Eleanor.
like straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah, we say thank you. Is she like watching us closely as we leave, or is she already just doesn't give a shit and has already moved on?
She's watching.
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, we're going where we said we were.
Just be careful because we are literally following in Martinez's footsteps. So we
We
don't.
sure are.
I don't want to follow it to the very end. Okay. I look at the list and see where I need to head and look around for any organizational method.
And I'm gonna keep an eye on, because investigating is more your thing than mine, so she's just gonna be looking for any more hints of suspiciously high security in a rather mundane place, as well as if anybody is like watching us really closely.
Sure. So you were given, we'll say, 4 separate articles. And you begin to go over the numbers, following the numbers on each of the rows until you find the rolls of newspaper. Each of which I'll say you can find pretty easily because they seem more recently disturbed than the rest. They're actually just kind of, you actually, upon going to the 4th one, you're like, oh, I see it. It's right there, because it looks like it's been moved recently.
Got it.
They are all separate articles relating to, the first one is the renovation of the Brightwood paper mill, which happened in about 1956.
Someone taking notes. Someone writing that down.
After
Okay.
a fire burned down or gutted one of the original buildings, and they had to renovate. In that, it seems someone has highlighted on this piece of paper that the renovations were paid for by the McCallum Logging Company as a sort of payout. They were not the same company, but in order to keep the business afloat and not let the town essentially lose its form of income, there was a large payout by McCallum Logging Company to renovate the mill in the 50s.
All right. Did you say the name of the paper mill before McKellen?
It's just called the Brightwood Paper Mill,
Okay.
and the Brightwood Paper Company.
Can I see? Is there anything on the newspaper about, like the ownership of either of these?
Like it I mean, they are owned. It doesn't say like names or anything. No, just that McCallum Logging paid out for the renovations on the mill.
Okay, that may be something to look into. Since we know for certain that this mill is very like connected to the cult, it may be a good idea to get some background on maybe who is dealing with it.
The second article you pull up says 11 dead in catastrophic logging accident.
Holy shit, that escalated.
Hmm.
Hey,
What's the year on
And that is in
one?
1961.
okay. Does it say where it happened?
It says it happened up near where the current McCallum Logging Company facility is, on that
Okay.
side of the lake.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, it says disastrous results due to overworked staff in a logging accident killed a number of people in 1961.
Okay. Got it. Taken. That was in 1961. Got it.
The next one is dated 1969, and it says strange appearances around Brightwood. Have you seen shadows? Question mark.
Ooh.
Who? Do you have the bio? Like, who wrote this?
Somebody at the L'Oreal Herald.
Interesting. So,
I will say that, strangely enough, on all of these papers, you are, as you're looking them over, they are all printed by the same company, Ruth Press.
does it have like a logo or a right? Like, is it just like Ruth Press, like as in a name?
None of them. It just says it's written by Ruth or printed by Ruth Press.
Man, I point this out to Bellator and say, shit, they must own a lot of stuff in this town.
Seems like it. I mean, this library is nicer than some of the libraries I've seen in big cities.
I know, it's like the nicest place in town.
There's like 17 people that live here. This seems.
Yeah, this seems like
There's a lot more
really
than that of people who live here.
Yeah, it's you know joking.
This
but...
town has a population of about 9,000 people.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, it is a very, like, well-kept place, very prestigious.
Perhaps the Ruth family are just rich and this is the feather in their cap, or maybe I don't know. Maybe
The
there's something else.
final entry seems to be is titled Canadian Government Crackdown on McCallum Logging Company over dangerous logging practices. Lawsuit of up to $1 million. Devastation of Ruth Press and subsequent connected businesses.
Oof.
What year is that?
1979.
Yeah, so it's 56, 61, 69, 79.
Mhm.
So that last one was, that'd be like 14 years ago.
Mhm. But this library is still here, and McCallum is still in business, and
Obviously, you did get sued out of Kingdom Come, I guess.
did we read any of the current papers? Are they still printed by Ruth Press?
They are not.
Okay.
It seems to be that this last paper is one of the last ones printed by them.
Alright. I'm kind of curious. Is there any, would there be any way I mean, I guess we could go back to the front desk and ask, like, history books on the Ruth family.
Yeah, maybe just that we're. Listen, I feel like sucking up will go a long way. Maybe just that we're so intrigued by the family that has run this beautiful library for so
As
long.
you are looking over these papers and kind of putting your heads together, I will say that something very strange happens to you all as you look over these papers and see a clear theme through them. The McCallum Logging Company, the paper, the books, the printing house. It all does seem connected. And as you get these images in your mind, the same thing that happened to Agent Scalpel happens to you guys. You get flashes, the shadows moving, the woods at night, the McCallum Logging Company. It all seems strangely connected, and it puts the hairs up on the back of your neck.
Ooh,
I don't,
spooky.
I don't like that.
You, same feeling? Same feeling?
Yeah, I think so.
Shit. Okay. Hmm.
Mm,
Well,
we need to go to the mill and maybe if we have time the logging company, but we have to wait for dark. The security in these places is unreal for what
yeah,
mundane businesses they are.
yeah. Hopefully the other rest of the gang found something.
As you pass by these globes again, I want you to make an investigation check.
Both of us?
Yes.
Hmm?
When you roll a 4, it looks like a fist.
It does.
You guys both didn't notice it the first time you walked past them, but now as you walk past them again, you can definitely see that these, oddly enough, they seem to be moved quite a bit. There's scuff marks on the floor from where these have been moved off of their points time and time again. And that kind of weirds you out. And then Agent Bellator, as you kind of move closer to investigate them, you see that each of these globes has an inscription on it.
Oh, what do they say? She'll take note of the inscriptions.
The first one, this one here, says, "I am the globe that sees the sun first rise, or the dawn of the day as a daily burst."
Okay, that's giving riddle vibes right there.
The second one and the third.
God damn it. Okay. For some reason, it didn't copy the text properly. I'm gonna try it again.
That watches the day. Okay, so there's one where it's the sunrise, the day ends, and then the night.
Like midnight is kind of the energy that I get from the third one.
Yeah. Is there? Can we look at the globes and see if there's anything particular or like that stands out on the actual globe and not the inscription?
The globes don't seem to stand, or like the position of the, like where the globe is, doesn't seem to matter to you. It seems to be maybe more about positioning.
Mm-hmm.
You look down, and there's a compass on the ground.
Let's see the sunrise first. Where does the sun rise?
In the east,
In the
right?
east, yeah. Do the drag marks, is it something we can follow with our eyes where they've been and gone?
Not particularly. You could make a check to see if you can see something that faint.
Sure. Mm,
I'll do it as well. Would that be just a 1d6 for me?
You could do two.
Okay. Yeah.
You definitely see that there are specific points around the library that kind of, you're thinking, maybe I have to move them to specific points.
Oh,
yeah,
oh
that's what I
hey,
was thinking. Yeah.
look over here. There's a like the lines that go to the right go to
Oh,
an
there's
orb over here on the floor,
circles.
and then
That's right.
there's one in the top over here, and then there's one in the bottom, and they're different sizes as well. It goes like small on the left,
This way,
medium
by
right.
the way, is labeled north. this point points north.
Okay, okay. And one of them says the pole star bright, which to me, I mean, a guiding light in navigation is like the
Is
North Star, which points north.
yeah, that's true.
And
And the
then,
sun rising is in the east.
is one of them labeled east? One of the other spokes?
You can infer.
Yeah.
Because
Let's
like
look.
if this is if this is north, then this would be east this way,
East, yeah,
northeast, south, and then west
and
would be
west.
that.
And it sets in the west.
Never eat soggy waffles.
What is I can't remember what I had for my
Something's
distraction.
weird,
Uh,
but there's clearly some kind of puzzle here.
I don't think we can do anything about it in the middle of the day with this in this busy it would look ridiculous if we started picking
It
up these
would.
boats and walking around with them, right? Like that would
Yeah.
be goofy.
Do I see any librarians around?
There are a couple of staff members around, but nobody who's really like watching you.
I could try to pickpocket a key and we could come back later.
That's an idea. Be easier than straight up breaking and entering. Um could we go up to a librarian and I try to just ask them some questions as a distraction?
Sure.
And then
Well, y'all, we only have half an hour left.
Mhm.
I did not anticipate for this to be 3 sessions, but I have the feeling we'll probably not be able to finish this tonight.
Yeah, it seems that way.
I've-
We haven't even gotten to the
I'm intrigued though. I'm having fun.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
enjoying it
glad.
a lot.
We have a lot planned. By all means, we're gonna keep going for another
Oh, yeah.
half an hour to an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue with what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea for you distraction, and then I just kind of like. Well, first we gotta see if there's someone with a key. Now, of
Mhm.
course, I'm like, I'll bring you off to like the side somewhere, and like so we can talk without it being in the middle of somewhere.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, so first we need to find someone that has a key, and then target them. That's like we don't want to like distract someone and they not have a key that we can.
Yeah, we don't want to waste time and the chances of us having to do it more than once.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I mean, the
You
only
could,
one for sure would be the Ruth woman, but I feel like that's going to be tricky.
yeah. She seemed pretty. I don't know. Seemed pretty like she's a bit everywhere in town. Like she just knows everything.
Yeah. And she's behind a desk, and it might be hard to get her to.
Yeah, and also not to mention her name's literally plastered on everything, evidently.
Yeah.
There are some other offices in the building that you could try to sneak your way into.
Sure. Maybe we'll find a spare set of keys somewhere.
True. Yeah, I feel like look around, see what we can find first. If we can't find anything particularly like that, last resort, pickpocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Reduce the human interaction portion of getting in trouble.
Yeah. God, this reminds me of my childhood.
All
Hooligans
right.
at the library.
So in the main room that you guys were in with the big globe, the one that says Miskatonics, there are 2 side hallways that go off of that. Both of those are labeled offices/restrooms.
Okay. Is one offices and one restroom, or they're both?
No, they're both,
Okay.
say restrooms this way and offices.
Could we wait until Ruth is perhaps talking to someone else and duck into one?
There are alternate means of entering the hallway.
Is there? Okay.
Which direction is the bathroom?
Oh, there's another door here. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if it's this way, I'd check over here.
Yeah.
This is also labeled bathrooms.
Ooh. All of a sudden I really gotta take a piss.
Me too. Me too.
For safety, I think we should both go in at the same time.
Listen, women always go to the bathroom together. That's how it works.
That is true. That is true.
The
Nice.
bathroom is at the end of the hall here.
So cute.
What
Is there
what
anyone
are
in?
In this hallway currently?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there's a moment of respite.
what do are the other doors labeled anything?
This door is labeled private study. This door is labeled Eleanor Ruth.
Oh,
Okay, do we want to try that one? Are there listen, it's 93. I realize it's unlikely, but are there security cameras? I feel like they'd be obvious
There are
if they
no
were there.
obvious
It's
security
93 tech.
cameras. Yeah,
Okay.
there's no obvious 1993 CCTV cameras.
I think it's
I'm
this
gonna
one that is the. Or are you going to the bathroom?
I'm going to do a gentle knock on the bathroom door real quick to see if anyone's in there.
No response.
That's a bathroom.
Alright. It sure is.
I don't think
This
we're gonna go to the bathroom at the same time. That's a single-use bathroom, unless I don't know.
Let's. Is it unlocked?
Um,
You try
I'll
the
look
handle?
around and try the handle.
It's locked.
Damn
Can
it.
you lockpick?
Yeah, I've had to do that before. I think I actually had to lockpick something before.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
I think I lockpicked the lock
The
off
lock
the our-
off of the thing, yeah. So you can use your tools to try and open this door if you'd like.
Okay.
Roll me
crack my knuckles.
2d6. Or a third if
Done.
you particularly wanted.
I'm gonna do 3.
I think this. Listen, you wiped out all of your stress, so.
All right.
Okay. That
Yeah.
last one is definitely
This
not
is
among
not a
the
very
others.
good lock, and it's very old. It's almost like skeletal, and you are really easily able to open this very mundane lock.
In Sesame. Shink.
Now, do you want me to stand guard out here and act like I'm waiting for the bathroom and announce if I see her coming down the hall?
That's a good idea. Code word. What's a
Um, Miss Ruth, I love the decor in this place.
mm-hmm.
As
Uh
I'll just as soon as I see her, I'll sort of
mhm.
say that loudly to project it down the hall,
Yeah.
but also so
Or
you can hear it.
or
Yeah.
here, something really even more specific. I
Okay.
really like the globes. Or I really like the globe in like the front area or something. I don't
The
know.
big globe.
Yeah, I really like the big globe. There we go.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna
I'll
I'm
head
gonna
in.
post up right here. Close the door behind you.
Yep.
All right, you enter into Eleanor Ruth's office, a typewriter on the counter, or a typewriter on her desk, a number of more private books dotted around, as well as private paperwork.
Okay. Crack my knuckles again. Let's do some investigating.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Let's.
gonna look around just for like any odd paperwork or like I guess just anything pertaining to our case.
Agent
Or
Martinez's library card is on her desk.
ooh, so she made a trip here. I guess also keys as well.
Notably, her logbook in that does not seem to be here because she still has it out at the front desk. But roll for the investigation.
Okay. I am also going to do a 3d6 since that one was a 1.
Oh.
I do not lose a stress. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I will say that you are able to sift through this and find a spare set of keys.
Yes.
Nice.
Do you take the entire key ring?
Are the key how many keys are on the key ring and are they labeled?
There is one labeled front door.
Is it more
Hmm.
suspicious for one key to be missing
Yeah.
and she or the whole key
Bec-
ring?
because if the whole thing is missing, it's just like, oh, I misplaced it. If one key is missing, that's someone that took a key.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I take the whole entire thing.
All right. Yeah, I will say that they are not easy to spot as they are directly out in the open on her desk.
Okay. I guess are these windows?
They are.
I'm just gonna peek out the window, like make sure no one's like watching me, and then just gonna swipe the keys.
There is also I will say with our 5 investigation check, there is recent paperwork on her desk that would insinuate that she has been reading the papers recently. There's a headline about Agent Martinez's death.
Ooh.
She knows who this person is.
Ooh. Okay. Um. Hmm.
And
guess
I
I'm
will
not gonna
say
move
that
around anything else.
also with your 5, the final thing that you find on the desk here is a piece of paper from none other than Sheriff Walter Higgins
Oh.
that says that more investigators are coming.
Ooh, this is juicy. Okay, I'm definitely leaving those there because that'd be way too suspicious if they were moved. Um, hmm, interesting. That's all? Like, it's just saying, hey, more investigators have arrived?
It is, yeah, it's just a note it's signed as Walter. It's just signed as Walter.
Wow.
And it's
Okay.
just a little sticky note that says there's more of them coming tomorrow.
Okay. Got it. And that's the last thing I find on the desk.
That's the last thing
Anything
you
else,
find.
like, around the room in general that looks weird?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. I guess I head out then.
You can use
I'm
the keys to lock the door behind you.
No, actually there is one more thing that's in this room.
Oh.
On the wall is a small placard, and it reads, "In a room of knowledge vast, the secrets lie, it shall not last." Here, I'll put the rest of it in here.
Yeah.
I got it.
3 globes hold the key you seek. Move them right, and the door will creak. Look for clues, each one clear. Solve them all, and the path is near.
Okay. I quickly write that
And
down.
this
in my
is
notebook.
written by Eleanor Ruth the First.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
The original. The OG.
Mhm.
Eleanor. Okay. I guess I'm gonna Birkin books, business card. I've got the cult ware, and I've also got the library keys now. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I write that down real quickly, and then I'm gonna peek through the keyhole. Listen through the door real quickly, see if I hear any talking, and then head out if I don't.
Yep, it seems clear.
And can I try the keys behind me to lock it up?
Um, I will say that this key doesn't work for this. Oh, you do have a key to this door now. Yes, you took
Yeah.
a whole key ring. Yeah, so you can lock this up again. Yeah. Click.
Okay. Nice. I hide the key ring.
Mhm.
I like show it off a little bit, like give a thumbs up,
Mhm.
and then put it into my jacket.
Bellator mouth's nice.
Um. Also, I point to my note. Uh, I'm. We should get out of here first.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys just making your way back towards the door.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I'm also going to does the private he said it's a private study?
Mhm.
I'm just gonna try the handle, see what's inside.
It seems unlocked.
Open it up. I just want to check out what's in.
It seems to be a
Blank.
room. You open this, and there is a girl in here, just a young woman sitting in the room reading a book, and she kind of looks up at you,
Oh. I give a polite wave.
and then goes right
and-
back to doing her homework or whatever she's doing.
Yeah. I just look around, nod. It's like, yeah, pretty nice place, and head back out.
Do we want to check out the other hallway?
Let's not exit through the main door. Let's go back through the door we came through.
Okay.
Not exit. Too suspicious.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to
Uh,
limit what Ruth can see.
Yeah. And I guess just oh wait, there's another orb here.
Yeah, that's the other. I'm assuming it. Oh wait, there's a fourth one. It
Huh.
doesn't line up with the direction the way that other one does.
Yeah,
There's also
because
one in the front. Look, it's got kind of
uh,
something on it, but
oh, that is. It's I mean that is around the Earth. It could be the moon.
it could
The
be.
moon.
That's cute as fuck, actually.
That is. That okay, that okay, genuinely that's a really cool
Yeah.
like design. That's cute.
Hmm.
I like it.
What are you guys up to?
Other
Let's
hallway, right?
Check out the
yeah,
other
Well,
hallway.
yeah. Let's just do it quick, like.
I will say I'll put you over there.
Oh, okay.
Now that you're so fucking far away from each other.
Here we go.
Okay.
These are both also labeled private studies.
Oh, both of them.
Yep. However, this first one is locked.
That
Might be.
was weird. My headphones cut out. My headphone like
Oh.
The first one is
cut out
locked.
right when it was like the door is locked. It had like a little like boom because the silence, the noise canceling canceled out. It was really creepy. Anyways,
It could be that someone's just studying in there. Let's check out this other one.
Okay.
Also locked.
Also locked.
Damn, I
what
was
about
hoping
this
we could
end?
open a window. Is it another
This is-
bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a window in the bathroom, even if it's not a huge one?
No.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think it's about time we head out. Unless we want to do more research on root industries or whatever the hell.
I'll say that it's about this time that the rest of our party could meet
Yeah.
up with you at the library, or you could meet back somewhere else.
Yeah, we have walkie-talkies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I make sure to use the walkie-talkie that isn't cultists.
Yeah.
And
That's a whoopsie
and
doodle.
it's like, hey guys, where do you want to meet up? Who the hell are you?
Hey, other secret agents that are here to investigate this murder cult. Where should we go?
Yeah, I guess we can just meet up at. We can just call on the walkie-talkie and be like, hey, where you guys want to meet up?
Mhm.
Sorry,
like
one of
safe.
those things took a little longer than the other.
Yeah, sorry.
I know Cole has to leave soon anyway. But we will say that we will reconverge here. Let's go back to the main map. And you all kind of reconverge. It is, let's say, around 5 p.m. now.
We just info dump about Ruth. The Ruth family.
The Ruth family.
Knowing that they
Oh,
printed
shit.
Ren and Cole, are you guys still there? Sorry, I know that took like 40 minutes.
Sorry.
No, it was an important scene. I'm glad we did it.
Okay.
Ren might have fallen asleep, though.
No, she said she's getting food and
Okay.
listening,
Okay.
like this is a binging Netflix show. Is
Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. But yeah, you guys can reconverge and talk.
Look through these books too.
Yeah.
You can look through these books too.
See if there's anything that we recognize maybe about the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, and also just like shared knowledge and like our notes on what we found.
Mm-hmm. So there's 2 bathrooms, right? No.
Yeah, there was 2 bathrooms. I don't think they were labeled, which is really nice. They're really progressive here. It was single-use bathrooms, not gendered. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The Ruth
Love
family
it.
may be behind to this murder, but at least they're progressive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I may be a mass murderer, but at least I'm not sexist.
Yeah, you guys converge and find some interesting parallels between the things that you each have found individually. There are
Sorry.
there's clearly something going on here with McCallum Logging Company and how it connects to the paper mill and then how that connects to the Ruth Printing Company.
Which
It's all
seems to
connected.
not, yeah, which seems to potentially not be in business anymore, or at least they're not printing the papers anymore.
Yeah,
Oh, goodness.
like that's something that they used to do but aren't doing currently.
Joe, do you want to go through these books and see if you can find anything of special?
I guess. Yeah, I'll do it.
Ugh.
Whispers
Okay.
echo from the abyssal depths. And I will say that strangely enough, these 3 books that you were given, none of them have authors. They're not authored by anyone.
But they're printed, they're not handwritten.
They're printed, yes.
Okay.
The first one seems to speak about a being, something living in a water at the bottom of the ocean. A benevolent force, long lost to time, living deep beneath the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, the Forbidden Grove beckons, speaks of an ancient, and then you see it, cult of the tree.
Oh.
Worshipping nature gods in the woods. Beings also long forgotten to time. It speaks of a sacred grove somewhere within the forest in which lies trees that create magical trees.
Sacred Grove, you say, Trinket?
Sacred Grove.
Sacred. Got
R.I.P. Galvin.
it.
Anyway,
Poor Gilpin. Interesting. So this is blatant. Like, yeah, this is tree cult.
Cult of the Tree.
Dang.
Is that
What
symbol
was-
in there?
Doesn't seem to be being used in this particular sense of the cult. But you do see those words in there. A cult of a tree.
Are there like copyright years or like any like before you even get to like title page sort of stuff, like when it was printed?
I will say that they seem to be all printed before the turn of the century. These are very old
Ooh,
books.
These are old books.
Mhm.
I also take a look at the for Baby's First Square, and I give Scalpel a look. I'm just like,
We'll
"You
say
want me to
early
investigate?"
20th century, sometime in the early 20th century, 1910s in there.
Listen, we had a moment. It's now my book. Okay, what can I say?
I hand it over. You can you maybe I think yeah, that's yours. That's yours. Yep.
Wait,
And then the third one, Shadows Dance Amidst the Gnarled Woods, tells a similar story to the one previous, The Forbidden Grove, almost as if it's penned by the same person. The outcome of the previous story and abuse of a sacred grove that caused
Oh,
the downfall of the grove.
a logging company. That is very like destroying
And the
nature.
vengeful spirits of nature coming back to reclaim
shit.
their territory.
11 people who died in an accident.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
We're connecting the dots.
As you read them, those flashes again, the dots connecting in your brain.
Shit. Okay. So yeah, we do need to. Okay, maybe not nuke the paper mill, but we need to destroy that place.
Potentially. I mean, we need to get in there first, but what's in the library? We need to get in there too.
True.
I feel like we have.
What was our goal that was given to us from the agency?
To investigate, you guys could pull out. Technically, you have done your mission. Technically, you completed your mission earlier today, which was to investigate Agent Martinez's disappearance, go to Bullock's Rest, and then report back to the agency to see if they needed to dispatch more people.
Well, we can report back and then say we're planning to continue the investigation.
You could. Yeah, you could.
Let's do that. So we will accomplish our mission, but we got to figure out what the fuck's going on here and stop it from killing more people.
We believe there's a further investigation to do.
Yeah, I will say that it's not too hard to head back to the Great Bear Lodge and get on a private radio frequency that you can send to the agency, where you are put back into contact with your handler. Forget what I called her. Nightcrawler.
Dope.
Who you're put back in contact with handler Nightcrawler, who were you able to, discern any information? What exactly do you tell her?
Hey, handler.
Hi.
Hi.
Things sound bad.
No, we're doing great. We did so far. We've done the mission. We did some investigation. We believe that there's a further investigation beyond the initial goal of this mission.
There may be an imminent threat, potentially.
Yeah.
The
we think it's been
folklore is, well, anomalous.
I look to the rest of the group.
I mean,
Uncertain.
yeah. That's why we want to keep looking. Yeah. Well,
Do you require reinforcements?
It depends on how quickly they can.
Were
get here,
there
because time
any
is of-
casualties of local
None.
folk?
None. Oh, yes. Yes. We were attacked and defended ourselves.
Was the sheriff notified?
No. We have reason to believe the sheriff may be connected. To the larger conspiracy at hand.
A dispatch team of reinforcements will be dispatched to a nearby location.
Okay.
In case they are needed in quick need.
Got it. Appreciate it.
Were the bodies disposed of?
No.
Part of them were.
Was it on agency land?
It was
Yes.
it was where Martinez had been staying.
All right.
They're inside the rooms.
Some
Yeah.
of them were disposed of. They were pretty easy actually to dispose of. We didn't actually.
And
have to
was
do
the safe
anything.
house secured?
Shit! Did we turn off the oven? I covered the phone.
I imagine like I think it is reasonable to say it's up to you, Trinket, obviously, but I think it's reasonable to say that we're not such stupid dunces that we would have just like left the door open with the gas on and fucking like
Okay.
the stereo going.
I think what she means more is, were you able to like secure the premises to make it like safe? Is it a safe house? Which the answer would probably be no.
Yeah, I
There
would
are
say no.
multiple broken windows and a bashed down door.
That we were attacked by what we may believe is the anomalous thing here, or one of the main anomalies that's dangerous. Is that fair to say?
So you have confirmation of an anomaly in the area?
Uncertain.
And then I look to everybody else and I go, what if they weren't there for us? They were there for them.
How were they able to move through the forest unmolested then?
Okay, never mind.
I
mean-
we are not quite. Okay, I cover the phone again. How much? By the way, Sharkjaw's a very like not trusting person.
I think in your line of work, that's a reasonable reaction to things.
I just think when you think about it right now, that it was such a coincidence that both things happened at the same time.
it makes me wonder if they're working together. Or perhaps the cult knows these shadows well enough to be able to predict their behavior to capitalize on it.
Or they're the
Yeah.
ones controlling them.
Yeah, those are the two most reasonable ideas to me.
Could this
These are
just
all
be
very reasonable ideas.
When I can hear the smile.
Look, I'm trying not to give the big twist away because we're gonna have to wait until next
Yeah.
time to see what the actual ending is.
I feel like we're
guess-
so close, but
You're very close.
I guess uncertain would be our answer.
I will say that you guys have most of the pieces. It's just about
Yeah.
putting them together.
yeah. And I think that if I feel like the library, honestly, is where we need to go. Mainly because I'm a sucker for Resident Evil fucking push the
Yeah.
statue puzzles.
Yeah. I am too.
I'm
I-
glad somebody caught that I put a literal Resident Evil pussing statue in this.
Yeah.
I
I'm a
once
sucker
made
for those too.
Yeah, I once made a Resident Evil house in The Sims, and I had a room with 4 statues, one suspiciously not centered the way the other ones were.
As it should be.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, we can, Cole, do you have to take off?
I can stay for a little bit.
Are you sure? I don't want to get in the way of your plans.
We canceled the movie.
Okay.
They're watching
Um,
Twilight right now.
Okay.
Ooh.
Then I'm fine to continue for another half an hour.
Is everybody else good? Just so you know, I'm literally up walking around my apartment because I'm thinking, and that's what I do when I think.
I'm glad you're having fun. But yeah, I will say it's now around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. Darkness will be upon us again rather soon, within a number of hours, and there's only so much left that you could do with your daylight if that's what you wanted to do. Otherwise, you can all wait until the night and decide what you want to do from there on.
I kind of want to wait till nightfall, and as soon as like it's like dark enough for the shadows to come out, I want to go outside, away from like the general population, but like not too in the open, like not too like hidden by anything, so that way I have room. Um, and I kind of want to like test a theory with like the rest of the gang. I'm gonna take out the heart. I'm gonna put my gloves on. I'm gonna take out the heart, and I'm going to like hold it in my hand, and I'm gonna say, whatever darkness belongs to this like ritual, like give me a sign.
I don't. Should we taunt the beings anymore if these are beings?
Well,
Is it
what if?
taunting? I don't know.
So, like, I have a theory that, like, what if these beings are upset with these other people who broke down their magical circle? What if we could, like, help these beings, move on or create a new magical circle? I'm just throwing things out there. Come on, guys. Like, I'm so
True.
invested in this
Hey,
weirdness, and at this point, I just kind of want to embrace it.
how many shadows did we ever see in total? Assuming that we only ever saw shadows one time, like a shadow
There
once.
was 5.
Okay.
5 separate entities which you all dispatched with your flashlights.
Okay. I'm
And,
wondering if
like,
that's the 11 dead.
and then what if, like, the heart, could, like, lead us through the right way, or, whatever. Because remember, we put this heart into the body and kind of hell broke loose. What if we like let it break loose more?
That's a you thing. I'm not comfortable with that.
I mean, listen.
That is Shark Jaw talking, by the way.
I love trying new things. Mm,
I do too, but I usually say that when it's like a sandwich at a sub place, like not
oh,
a literal like
meatball.
demonic heart. Yeah, I'm not. Don't talk about meatball while we're looking over this heart.
I think It's now established canon that Bellator is one of the people that can eat like spaghetti while she's watching a surgery documentary.
Oh god.
The funny thing is that I can do that like in real life. I'm perfectly fine with that. Sharkjaw definitely is not that type of person. She can investigate dead bodies and she can eat. Those are separate things.
You know, that is fair. I feel like that's the normal way to be.
Oh my god.
So you're investigating this heart a little more again?
No, no, no. Team
Well,
decided that they were against it.
we could do it in a way that's less opening ourselves up to dark magic. Is there any
I did.
mention of a ritual involving a heart in any of these books?
Oh, that's a good point.
There are mentions in these books of people being sacrificed to appease the spirits of the woods.
Okay.
I, you know, like, I feel like what if this heart is attached to Martinez, and Martinez is one of those shadow people out there, and
Could
maybe
be.
he could help us. Like, there's
I'm-
so many things.
I mean, the way I'm currently operating under the assumption that hang on, when was the first mention of the shadows? I'm looking through my notes. Hang on.
The first mention of the
1969,
shadows was in 1969.
and the deaths happened in 1961. So like an 8-year gap.
It
But that,
definitely it's
mm,
at least it's afterwards, so it could be, but I wouldn't we don't know for sure.
yeah. Um, right now we're the meme of that guy from Always Sunny, but
Pepe
Yeah.
Sylvia! Pepe Sylvia!
Char- Pepe Sylvia.
Charlie, all of those people exist and they've been asking me for their mail for weeks.
So I say, shit, we're gonna have to dig deeper.
so I think we should go to the library once it's nightfall and we can be sure that it's empty, because it's closest
Mm-hmm.
and it's clearly connected to the cult and it's
Mm-hmm.
here. Um,
Bring
does anyone disagree?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We can bring the heart if we have time afterwards. We can mess with the heart, but I think the
Yeah.
library is the first thing we should do.
Why don't we just do the heart in the library at the same time we investigate?
That's a lot going on.
Maybe there will be a platform when the door opens that's like, put a heart right here.
You never know.
We never know.
I mean, listen, this is me metagaming with Resident Evil stuff in my head. So.
When did the first Resident Evil game come out?
2000 and... no,
It was PlayStation
98?
1.
98, I want to say?
Hang on, let's see.
2002, Resident Evil.
Resident Evil is a 1996 survival horror game.
So we're off by 4 years.
Yeah, Resident Evil won't come out for 3 more years.
This is what inspired it. They're currently working on it, but this is what inspired the
Yeah, Kojima is there right now, and he's like,
This is like a really, those video games that have been coming out. Like, this would be a really good idea for this.
Mhm.
It would be really bad if I somehow missed a bug in this room. And
Yeah.
some video game creator was listening to it.
At the end of this, it'll cut back to the diner, and it'll just zoom in on who is it? Shinji Mikami?
yeah,
Is
the
that her name?
director of Resident Evil just there writing.
Yeah.
It's like holy I was thinking like on like a little like spinny chair. It just like zooms in. He's just like,
All right. So we're all just kind of waiting until the nighttime, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
could we potentially try to de-stress while we are waiting?
You can, yeah.
Okay. She's gonna be checking over her guns again. That's how she relaxes.
And you could all have some, instant ramen and that kind of foods that are here readily available for you. Or order
I-
room service if you want.
I got
Ren,
it.
you should be able to log in. There you are. Yeah.
Yeah, I checked. I was like, shit.
I am
It's
Shark.
fighting me.
Oh no. Sharkjaw is very not stressed, so she's just going to make a bunch of ramen for everyone.
Hell yeah.
That's she doesn't need. Oh,
I am
Hey.
such an old man, and I am so stressed with all these
have
children.
have some ramen.
Here,
Holy hell!
you can have my soft boiled egg.
It's just like, oh, God. I'm thinking of back home, like like Dorothy. I want to be home, please. Take me home.
At
The group.
around 7:30 in the evening,
Dad
there
position.
comes a knock at your safe house door.
Oh,
Sheriff Higgins.
oh.
Put away the
Uh,
stuff. Put away the stuff.
I go. I go to the door and and make sure everyone puts away everything. I'm still in like a kiss the cook apron.
Yes.
And with like the ramen bowl in my hands. And I'm just gonna open the door. Maybe
I'm, ju-
when
I'm,
everyone is hidden everything.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna shove
standing
a heart right
outside
in
is
the-
Mr. Higgins.
Hi. Oh, there he is. the
Hi,
man.
folk. How you doing tonight?
Uh, doing great.
Good, good, good. So, did y'all rent a boat?
Do we? I look back to the group.
Marty at the marina's asking me where his boat is. Says you only got it one day. Supposed to bring it back this morning.
We'll go back and pay for another day. Sorry, that completely slipped our mind. Bit of a yeah.
Right. Well, he said it's not at the marina, so
No, yes,
y'all didn't hoof it all the way here, did you?
it's a very long story, but I'd rather go get this squared away right now rather than bore you with the details.
Alrighty.
Uh,
Don't
I,
think
I
too much into it. It's really nothing. I just
Oh yeah.
they
Well,
they call me for everything. Cat stuck in a tree. Mama needs some water. Old lady can't get up. Call me for fucking everything. He kind of turns around and walks back out.
Wait,
Mm.
Sheriff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a quick question. Say, how old are you?
Well, I just had my 50th about 2 months ago.
So you were alive in 1969.
Barely, yeah.
Do you remember anything odd from the year 1969?
He kind of scratches his head. Well, I wouldn't really. I would have been in high school, I think.
Yeah, was there
Right?
any like weird
Right?
stories?
You would have been like, what, 17?
Yeah.
16?
I got-
Were there any like
I'm
weird
not here to-
stories? Any weird phenomenons? Maybe a bunch of people go dying.
I think that's right around. Well, the paper mill shut down, or, well, needed to be renovated in the 50s, I think. That was before me. And then, well, my daddy worked at the paper mill. And so his daddy.
Oh.
I don't really know. Not really that I can think of in the 60s. Like,
your dad
was
still
that
alive?
was no, he passed away a couple years ago, but
Sorry
Okay,
to hear
so my condolences. Here's a off the wall question. Do you think your dad or your grandpappy have, like a journal that they kept?
I mean that would have been something that my mama would have kept track of, but I don't know. My wife's got all that stuff now.
Do you think that I could follow you to your house and maybe ask your wife?
About my daddy and working at the paper mill?
Yeah, there's just something that I'm like really intrigued that might like be just, enough
Like,
information that I can pull some strings.
I mean, like what? What's your question?
We just want to know like the work environment from that area and see if like
Well, if I knew my daddy, he was a tough worker. And from what I understand, they put them men through hell there. Working them long hours. I mean, this was all before unions, so Long hours, rough shifts, dangerous environment. I mean, you're working with saws and fallen trees, and
Did anyone
Yeah.
die?
I'm sure. Logging's a dangerous job. People die every year.
Well, okay. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. I just wanted to see if like we could get some more information from like that time frame.
My daddy wasn't a very happy man.
I wouldn't expect so. It's hard work, like you said.
But, I think a lot of people around here really take pride in their community.
Well,
Community.
if you think of anything, Sheriff, like when you were a teenager, and like any like folklore or like even weird stories that you heard as a child, just let us know.
Well, you know about the shadows, right?
No, what is that about?
I don't know. Some people say they see them in the woods. That's what you're hinting at, right? I ain't never seen them.
Okay, well, can you tell us the story?
Well, people say they see folk wandering around in the woods at night. Folk that couldn't really be there. They call me a number of times. I've gone out to look, and I don't never find nothing. Say they, bang on the doors and the windows at night.
Okay, now, even a bigger question. Perchance, these people that are calling you, were they new tenants of that house? Like recently moved in within a couple of like 8 years?
Kind of thinks back. Well, I'd say I maybe get one or two of them a year. People saying they seen things. Mostly it's out of towners, honestly.
And they're renting places that were.
Yeah, at the campground or at the summer camp. Once I investigated something up on Falcon Point.
Zooming out.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh,
Did somebody in that house previously go missing or die anywhere from 1959 to 1969?
I mean, I'd have to run the records, but I don't think there was any big missing persons cases.
Okay, we're just spitballing here, We're trying to see if we could like, make some connections. Thank you for your time.
Well, you believe in fairy tales now, boy?
Well, fairy tales often rely it with reality, so like, there could be some truth to it, but it's less supernatural and more science.
He kind of shakes his hand. If you don't believe in it, it can't hurt you.
I'm through a mouth of ramen. I'm just like, you ever heard of Bigfoot? Once saw Bigfoot as a kid.
He tips his hat back. Yeah, I'm sure you did. Now why don't you go pay for that boat before Marty keeps calling my ear off?
Yep, we'll do it right now. Thank you, sir.
Oh god. No.
Jabari is snickering over in his hair.
And he leaves. And you
Oh,
can
God.
go to the boat place and pay another. I think it was $25.
Yep, we'll do that.
As we're
Just to
walking
keep
there,
suspicion.
I look at everybody and I go, there has to be like a connection between these ghosts knocking on people's doors with the people that are missing. Like, I think maybe that's their old homes.
It could
That's where
be.
they died.
If they tend to go after new people or tourists, I mean, maybe that's why they're being rented out, or maybe they just don't like outsiders. They
Could
came
be.
after us with fervor.
That is true.
Yeah, but like I said, that was strange. That was not a coincidence. At the same time, we got the cultists.
It could be that the cultists didn't even know that we were there.
Mm, I mean, yeah. I mean, they seemed pretty hell bent on that hard drive. Gosh darn, my country accent just came through. Um, Yeah, they seem pretty hellbent on the on the hard drive. I don't. I mean, Grant, they did go to the window and say die Foundation scum. So
It's
I
true.
mean,
That means they know who we are, or at least who we represent.
oh yeah. Um, so I think they at least knew who we were.
Yeah.
You know what? On our way
The
back,
cultists definitely knew who you were.
on the way back, let's go visit Holly's diner, see if our wonderful waitress is there.
Ooh,
This
yeah.
this is random. Was the sheriff limping at all? Because I shot someone in the leg, right?
Oh,
No, not inherently, no.
That was my second question. I was going to say we should talk to the girl at Holly's diner and see if she had saw somebody limping.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
she told us a lot, and maybe she knows a lot more than she's saying. But let's not say too much. Just ask her for simple questions. Because I feel like everybody eats at Holly's diner.
So you're gonna head over to Holly's diner?
Yeah.
If everybody agrees with my idea,
Yeah, I
I
think that's
mean,
a good idea.
it's a gather. We can also like look around and see if anyone looks to be limping in a bad way. Um. Yeah. But yeah. Same.
You
Same
guys get
result, really.
here, it's starting to get pretty late. It's probably like 8 p.m. You get here right as it's starting to get dark, and there's only about an hour left of business. You can see they close at 9 p.m. here. So there's still a couple people here filtering in, filtering out. The coffee's still hot. They still have fresh slices of pie, but certainly things are winding down here.
I'm gonna wait till the waitress like gets near us. I'm gonna flag her down. Like even though we just got here, she would have came anyways. But kind of want to flag her down a little bit.
Yeah, do you need some coffee?
Yeah, 4 coffees, please.
Coming right up.
While you're thinking, we were wondering, we saw somebody limping the other day, like this morning, and we just wanted to make sure they were okay. Did you happen to know if you seen anybody limping? Maybe we could get in contact. I'm a doctor, so like it worries me that the way they were walking was a bit concerning.
Uh, I don't know. She kind of scratches her head. Now that I think about it, there was a feller in here on crutches today.
Oh, do you happen to know his name, or where he works at?
Yeah, it's that fella. She kind of moves over to talk to one of her fellow waitresses. Who's that fella that lives over there on Falcon Point?
Ooh.
And they kind of whisper back and forth. I think that's Clyde Murphy's boy, but I don't remember what his name is.
Clyde Murphy.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
that's Clyde Murphy's son, but I don't remember what his name is. They both work at the paper mill.
Okay. You said Clive lives in Falcon Point. Sorry, I'm a lost for words right now. I am a general surgeon, and one of my things that I'm really good at is making sure like people are healing, their bones are healing properly. Pulling this out of my ass, by the way.
I don't know. People are getting hurt over there all the time.
Yeah, and I was just a little worried. Do you mind if I like give me his address or tell me what house it is so I can make a point and then see if I can get him anything else or make sure it looks fine?
Why don't you roll me 2d6? Or a third if you want to risk it.
Hell yeah.
Hey, no stress.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure the Murphys live, and she rambles off an address. I don't have one made up.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
3421 Falcon Point Road.
Yes.
Holy shit, that's my address. No, I'm just joking.
It's all coming together.
The Murphy family is they got a real nice house over there.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I might we might be saving his day sometime.
Yeah, well, you could tell them to stop driving their ATVs up here, leaving mud all over my parking lot.
If I see them, I'll make sure I let them know that.
She serves you your coffee.
Do you guys got donuts?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a 3 donut.
She comes back with an assortment of donuts.
Hell yeah.
Bellatar will take one too, if it's more than 3.
Sure, she brings each
So-
one.
So, Sharkjaw, hear me out.
Yeah.
Do you think the address that sheriff was talking about was this address at this house?
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
I feel connections and strings attaching.
Red yard, yeah.
Yeah.
This
Glad
blueberry,
you agree.
this is really good. Yeah. And she's nodding her mouthful of donut.
I'm glad you agree. So
I think that's a good idea. At least it's a good start at least.
Yeah? What are you guys up to?
What time is it about now? You said it was like
It's 9 p.m.
9.
The store will be
Getting
closing
dark.
soon.
When did library may be closing soon?
It's yeah. Did we could we have noted the hours when we left?
The library closes at 7.
Okay, so
This is good time.
yeah, we can meander, walk casual, and get in there, provided we confirm that it's empty.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're headed back towards the library then.
Anybody
Everyone else is
disagree?
good with that.
Yeah.
mhm.
I'll follow
Mhm.
my girls to the end to the earth.
Welcome to the library, everyone.
Oh, it's very nice. Very
Is there anybody milling around on the street?
Have somebody investigate, or have you guys look around.
Oh, I'll invest.
Hey.
nice.
All of the lights in the windows are put out around the front rooms. And the front door does appear to be locked.
Well, we can fix that.
Yep, take out the keys. Unlock it.
Click! The large door opens. The darkness inside looming.
I pull up my flashlight and I shine it in.
Oh my god.
It reflects off the large golden orb in the middle of the room, sending many little balls of light all over to illuminate those portraits that you saw before. The faces of the Ruth family, eerily sinister in the dark as they look down upon you. As if judging you for being in the library after hours.
I've already sinned. You can't judge me.
Yabari, it does the cross thing. Like,
Yeah.
mm, that is juju. I don't want it. That does
Yeah.
not want it on me.
Sharkjaw sticks her tongue out at each picture.
Oh god. Oh god.
Is the
Doing more.
logbook on the desk still out here?
It doesn't appear to be.
Okay, worth checking.
I'm gonna close the door behind us and then relock it.
Good call.
Another firm click as you lock yourself into the Ruth library.
I mean, my
Mm.
instinct is to beeline for the globes, but if anyone has any other ideas.
I'm going to check if these doors are locked or not.
The hallway door does not seem to be locked.
Okay. I just want to make sure exit points if needed. Okay.
So
One
you said
last
that this is part of the Ruth family that made the book, wrote the book?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're
This
Or at
is
least
they're
the paper.
part of this trilogy of companies that seem to be connected to all this.
this is very big. As I like shine my flashlight everywhere, I'm just like, this is huge.
It's very nice for such a small town.
It's too
Very nice for a small town.
It's too
Mhm.
nice, you know, like
Much like security was too good at a paper mill. And we don't who knows what the logging company place looks like.
um I brought the heart with me, okay? So everyone doesn't freak out. I'm just gonna open it up and like take a look inside. Does it look like it's like glowing or anything weird?
No. But interestingly enough, you would have expected this to start rotting by now.
Oh.
And it hasn't.
Oh.
It looks as fresh as the moment it was plucked from Agent Martinez's chest.
Um
Oh no.
I'm gonna put my gloves on and I'm gonna touch it. Do I still feel that beating sensation that I felt before?
You touching it?
As you do, you grab this and nothing happens.
Nephew. Nephew. What nephew do?
Listen, you remember that one time I grabbed it, I felt it beating? I just just want to make sure, and I close the lid.
He puts his hands on the lid too. Nephew. Your nephew.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a little paranoid right now, and I'm thinking completely outside the box here, and I feel like we're in for some really weird shit.
I agree. So nephew, let's keep.
Let's move some globes.
Where do you push the globes to?
Just pick one up. I'm just kidding.
So I think the plan is
Cracks back.
the
North, in which other directions?
so the north one will get the Polestar Bright one. The sunrise first will go into the east, which I guess would be this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then west will get the remaining one. That's twilight signals the night to end.
As you begin to move these, you push the first one. It's the wheels squeal a bit as you push it across the floor. And eventually it moves into place. And as you push it up onto this circle, it's as if it's magnetized. Click. The first one clicks into place.
Hell yeah.
You push the second one up. Click. The second one clicks into place. The clicking sound now emitting from the center of the room. The third one pushed into place as well, and what can only be described as the sound of stone scraping on stone can be heard as the center circle of the compass rose slides out of the way to reveal a staircase leading downward into the darkness below the library. I will say that if there is any place that we could leave this on a suspenseful moment to come back to next time, that this would be the moment.
Yeah.
We're just all like looking down into hole. Like it's like from looking up into the library, you just see us all like peek over. It's like, whoa.
And there is a slight breeze and the smell of dusty paper.
Literally at 7:29 we get to the cliffhanger.
And that'll be where we end our stuff, I guess.
No,
Hopefully we can play again soon. Thank you.
I know. I'm so excited.
Guys, you remember that
Spooky.
time Remember that time I killed that guard and we got really lost?
You
Remember
found
that
one of the
sh-
bad endings.
Yeah.
That
Remember
was,
that?
that was wild.
Remember that shared lucid dream that we had?
No,
you
it's
guys
okay.
had that
That's how
too?
this game is meant to be played.
I
So,
love that.
here's my question.
Mhm.
Are we all free next Wednesday?
Yes.
I don't have
I sh-
a job.
I should be, yeah.
I
I'm-
might be a little hair late. I have a class that normally ends around 7.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no worries. We could then start at 7:30 if you wanted to.
I'm fine with that.
Cuz, you know, I'll say out front, we're very close to the ending. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
if we had another hour and a half, 2 hours, we could do it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I get home like at 5:30, so I'm
It
good
was
for
just
that.
a little bit too much for this session.
Yeah.
And I don't want to rush anything and make it bad because I know someday we'll meet again and we'll be able to do it.
Mhm.
I will say, Trinket, like I am having a blast with this.
Oh, I'm having
Yeah.
so much fun.
Oh my god.
This has been one of the most fun little TTRPG things I've ever run.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Not
the
every-
modern
I could just
setting,
listen to you guys all day. Like,
and I'm glad that like, you know, I tried to pepper in the, you know, the little secrets and keep you on edge and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
fucking Eustace is. He's
He's
great.
the
He's
best.
protective.
I wanted to come up with a way for him to come with us.
Like I want to go back and get some African folklore books from that man just to spend time in his presence again.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to. Oh, that'd be so nice. Good
Yeah.
evening. Maybe we can do that after this adventure if we're not all dead.
You know
We're
what?
not exactly. We're not all dead.
I wish things would have made more sense at the time because I could have asked Eustace how old he was and see if he was alive in 1969, which I think he was.
Oh, for sure. He's like a million.
He was pretty old.
I was here when the world started.
I'm tired of
I
this,
am-
Grandpa.
I am and have always been.
He's the ringleader for everything.
But yeah, we could do, as long as everybody's cool, we could do tentatively next Wednesday at 7:30, and we will definitively finish that. That is a promise from me.
Yeah.
I did really want to, again, I did really think that we could get it into 2 sessions, but I don't
I'm
know.
perfectly fine with 3.
Right. Me
Yeah,
too.
we
I
just
love
asked too many
this.
questions.
I mean, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun letting you guys just explore the different options. So,
Mhm.
because there's a number of ways that the story could end.
I'm about to murder somebody.
The scalpel's getting itchy.
Getting itchy.
That one needs blood.
It's just the scalpel just has like a holster. The scalpel just has like a holster on your hip.